picture for what's his name, bro. Damn. I forget her name. Let's try to do something clean. Mohammed. Oh, yeah. Mohammed. Yeah, she was. Black gold. Black gold. Black gold. Okay, connect with D. Let's see. Jason. Birdie. Give us.
Get over here. Gang, gang. You don't listen,
Oh,
listen.
yeah. Ice was good. Who'd you report on today, my brother?
I'm calling them on everybody.
How many bodies did you get today, dude?
I don't know how many bodies I got, but I know I sent in at least 4 tips. I sent in by 4 tips.
Why aren't you a man and go grab them up yourself? Zip tie their ass up. Why don't you put in that work, bro?
Because I don't got the white privilege to get away with it, man. I can't throw my life away as a black brother. They gonna hang my ass.
Oh yeah, they be catching them ICE agents that be well, not ICE agents, right? They're just like they go out their way to do what are those people called? Like impersonating, right? There's a lot of that shit going on.
People impersonating ICE agents.
Yeah.
Out here, yeah.
I seen a lot of that shit. And you could do some real time for that shit. Have you seen any ICE agents that go above and beyond? I think there was a shooting or something, right? That just happened. Where?
I'm not familiar with that shooting, but I know that they've been moving pretty heavy up off of my city. They've been teaming up with the National Guard, the FBI, DEA, ATF, and with the Tennessee Task Force. They in my city moving pretty tough.
They just have more leeway to get away with shit if they were dirty, right?
You talking about ICE?
Yeah, I'm talking about ICE.
Oh, no. I don't think it's no different. I actually think they got more oversight than your local police departments who do all the dirty shit. Shit. Where I'm from, up in my area, they just arrested over 14 sheriffs off in Mississippi. They were charged with a conspiracy to traffic substances from the Gulf Coast of Biloxi, Mississippi, up to Memphis, Tennessee, and so it's some sick shit going on, bro. Sick shit,
Right. So so you're saying they have a lot more oversight than, let's say, our police departments?
Hell yeah. Shit, hell yeah.
Why do you think they have that though? Like what's putting them in their place not to do that?
Because it's a federal agency, and they kind of only got one job. Like their job is to go in and kind of get people who they think is illegal, detain people. The police, they got a lot more wide range of things they do. Whether they start investigations, whether they question people, whether they can patrol the neighborhoods and things like this. It's a lot easier. People are a lot more accepting of the police as well. Hey, I just seen your what's the name?
God damn it! I thought you could hear me.
Go ahead. I can't hear you.
So, but what about? Go ahead.
Oh shit! You got the real nigga pump up, man. What's up? Yes, sirski.
Well, I'm not a fan of ICE, right? So I had someone on today that was talking about reporting people, and he reported his coworker because he didn't like him. Is there? Wait, were you gonna ask me something, Ice?
No, 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 no. No, I know how you stand now, so I ain't even gonna ask you. I just gonna ask you a question to kind of feel where you stood on the subject, but you stood on business. I ain't got,
Yeah,
I ain't never on nobody panel to be no echo chamber type nigga. You know what I'm saying? So
I
stand
hear
on
you,
your
and I like the pushback. I ain't afraid of it either. But weren't the qualifications to be an ICE member? They were like they lowered the standard, didn't they?
yeah, because you just got one job. Yeah, you got one job with a lot more oversight. You got a lot more resources at your disposal because it's under it's a federal agency.
Right, it is a federal agency, so that's why you're saying they have the oversight.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's the only reason. Yeah, like it's because a lot more people with a lot higher salaries will have to answer for some shenanigans if things go down as compared to your local police department. Local police department, maybe you get fired, but you get on 2-3 counties over. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get removed. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you can start your shenanigans somewhere else.
man. And hey, only thing you gotta do is move a couple counties over. You ain't even gotta move states.
That's crazy.
You
That's
laughing?
it's
Shit for
crazy.
real.
It's crazy how the system works. It's not that I ain't laughing at them getting away with it, but it's just crazy how that's the same thing with like people that get with like child molestation or the priest in the churches, right? They just send them to another county after they did some shit.
Bro, off of my area to kind of piggyback on what you're saying, and you can look it up. You can look up the DeSoto County. I'm not gonna say where I'm from, but yeah, but it was a lady. Because my city's in a tri-state area, I kind of told you where I'm from, the National Guard here. You kind of can guess I'm off in Memphis, but we in a tri-state area. You go south of us, you in Mississippi. You go west, you off in Arkansas. And it was a woman who was caught trafficking a 16-year-old across state lines, because maybe she lived, in Mississippi and worked here. But yeah, but they actually caught her and charged her with SA. And it was a woman on the school council board that vouched for her, tried to vouch for her character, and they actually voted her out today. So yeah, it's some sick shit going on. There was also a guy up off in northern Mississippi, it's close to Memphis, at a Corinth Middle School. He was using AI. He was using his student pictures.
Oh,
Right?
I think I
Yeah, he was
heard
using
that
his student pictures to
shit.
generate AI coin, bro.
Oh my
Sick
god.
motherfuckers. Hell yeah, dead ass serious.
These are Koreans, you said?
No, no,
Or
no, 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 no.
YT?
These regular YT Americans. Yeah, these
Yeah,
regular
that's
YT
what it
Americans.
sounds like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
these
they
regular YT Americans.
on a whole nother level, man. But then
Yeah,
the thing is, think about how long they got away with it, for them to
yeah.
even muster the courage to keep doing it over and over again.
Oh yeah. Hey, since they done sent the National Guard and the ATF, the DEA to Memphis, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these suburbs or adjacent cities be getting caught, bro. I think in the past 6 months, yeah, that's enough, right? In the past 6 months, about 3 athletic directors or band directors that got caught laundering money off in northern Mississippi.
You think? Do you think it's by chance, or do you think it's the administration in charge now, or why do you think? I mean, do you think
Truth be
the people got away with this shit more
Hell yeah,
than the Democrats?
it's the American way to some people, bro. They've been getting away with that shit for so long. Cause usually even be comfortable to move like that with such heavy charge that can come down. Somebody before you had to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? They had to show you the ropes. But with this extra heat up off in the city of Memphis, a lot of these investigations are moving outside the city limits, I would say.
Right.
Yeah. Because as I said, we not only got the state troopers here, the National Guard, we got the FBI, DEA, CIA, ATF, all those things. You can look this up. It's called the Tennessee Task Force. I'm not exaggerating at all.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. What's up, Nagwal? What's good, my boy? Like shit got heated last time over there with what's up with the Eduardo? What's up with that cat? I don't know him. You just came in here hot on his ass.
Yeah, I was overhearing you guys. In my logs, I have cases that go back into 1,700 years ago from the church with the priests, essaying little children. So that's how far back it goes. It's deep. I have like probably over 300 cases in my phone where there's like some clergy or some policeman or some judge or something like that that's been charged with some of it.
That's wild. Yeah, you got the archives, Nugwal. I swear.
That's what I do, fam.
So what would we call ice back in the day, Nugwal?
Triple K, bro. I'm not even kidding you. That's what they are.
I wish Ice would have stayed here for that. He didn't bounce. He didn't bounce.
Not the same thing
Okay, super.
at
All
all.
right, go super. Go ahead, and introduce yourself, and you can chime in on this convo.
Yeah, super. 35. Grew up in Chicago. Grew up in a very diverse area of Chicago. So I'm very familiar with the multi-diverse area, like whatever country or ethnicity that you're familiar with. Not only am I familiar with them, I grew up around them. I know a lot more about them than you do, more than likely. And I've been in their houses, so I ain't just saying this as somebody who is just like ignorant or
You
whatever.
know more about who now, super? Sorry,
Any
just
any ethnicity or any cultural or ethnic background that you could possibly think of, I grew up around them.
we talk about immigrants or
All
so-called
yeah,
illegal immigrants. What
immigrants.
you talking
It's
about?
all it's immigrants, all immigrants, all immigrants. And I'm
Okay,
talking, I had literally the most diverse high school in the Midwest.
right.
Every single ethnic background that you could possibly imagine was
So
there.
you'd be a perfect candidate for these ICE slave catchers, yeah?
Slave catchers. They're not slaves. They're going back to their homeland. If you consider that slavery, like that says way more about what you think of them than what I could possibly say.
Working for cheap labor. You don't think slave wages?
Is
You don't think
no, no,
that's
no, no.
anything close?
Now let's think about what you just said. You think that they all come here to work for cheap labor? Is that
Do they all come here to commit crimes? I mean, they're already criminals just by crossing the border, right? So, I
they're
mean, how much
criminals by
chance are you giving them?
illegally crossing the border. That's what makes them, or overstaying a visa, or overstaying a citizenship. Like that's
It
what makes them
wasn't.
illegal.
It wasn't always a criminal intent, though. They could just go through the process of it, Super.
No, no, no. They're supposed to, but the illegal part is not doing it right. That's the illegal part.
All right. What do you think about this, Nagwal?
Hey,
I think he's full of shit.
now how?
When you say you grew up in the most ethnic, diverse, whatever, right?
Yeah.
What languages did they speak?
Some of them spoke Tagalog. Those were the Filipinos. Some of them spoke Eritrean. These Eritreans. Some of them spoke
Yo,
Igbo.
I'm a retreat. Watch your mouth now. Go ahead, Super. Sorry.
Yes, Igbo. Some of them spoke Greek. Some of them spoke Spanish. Some of them spoke.
Where
Um,
they go to school at?
there's a school in Chicago called Nicholas Sin. That's what they. That's where that was the most diverse high school in the Midwest.
Eritreans speak Tigrinya, Super.
Mm,
Just to cue you in on these people since you
Hey,
know them so
fair enough.
well.
Fair
Do
enough.
they also speak English?
Yeah, they did.
Did they go
Most
to
of them
church?
did.
Did they go to church ever?
Yeah, they did. Mostly in their own neighborhoods, so they're like segmented areas of that neighborhood. So they had like these little small churches, what they would start,
Did they
and
pay?
then
Did they
like
pay? Did they pay for goods in their own money, or did they pay in American dollars and say, "In God we trust"?
American dollars.
All right, so in God we trust. They went to schools that were previously churches.
Hmm.
You know that they're in the same culture. Although it may seem, uh, you know, diverse, they are still brought up in the same culture. They speak the same languages. They pay with the same dollars. They're not as diverse as we may think or like to believe.
But are you negating their ethnic differences or their cultural backgrounds and history? Is that what you're trying to negate? Or you're trying to like assimilate them into American society and just make them one ethnicity as an immigrant class?
Or you mean like the people that are getting kicked out of the country right now, kicked out of the border down south?
No, no, no. These are people who are illegal. That's the thing. They're in a
So
legal
by illegal, you
status.
mean they didn't come by through the right course, right? They didn't go through the right paperwork, that type of stuff, right? They didn't sign the right contracts. then it gets approved by the right people, right?
Exactly.
Okay, these are the same people that set up these laws, or the same ones who came in here illegally, set up corrupt contracts to people who didn't understand the language, to people and literally held a pew pew to their head and held their hand and made them sign an X on a contract in order to
Okay.
establish this company that's no
Wait,
longer a
wait, wait.
country.
What was illegal about the agreement that they had? You come over here for an education, and then you overstay the visa. You come over here for work, you overstay the visa, or you
You,
just
you
bum
mean like
rush the
you,
border
you mean like
and
the
you
orange
aren't supposed to be here in the first place.
the orange
What part
dude's
about that?
wife?
Wait, wait,
The
wait, wait,
orange
wait. What part about that is a gun to your head and makes you sign a contract that you don't even understand from your home language? What part about that is
I'm saying when this
in your
country was
head?
built. I'm saying when the country was built, the people who are now requiring other people to abide by these contracts are the same people who broke the
We're talking
contract.
about modern day society, bro. I was born in the 90s. I don't know. Let's go from there because these people don't even exist largely. We're talking about people who are existing in modern day society and also are at the age to be deported,
Look,
right? They're
you can confine
experiencing
it.
life right now,
You
right?
can confine it all you want, but the entire past is what makes up today, and the entire future is also what makes up today. The
Yeah,
same people,
and in the past they did something that was illegal, and now they're
and now
reaping
they're
the
requiring people.
repercussions.
They're doing stuff that's illegal, requiring people to come into the same country that they ripped off.
Huh?
The president right now is an illegal immigrant, along with his wife.
Huh?
You
Hey,
obviously don't understand.
educate me. I may not. You may know some that I don't.
You
So,
don't understand contract law.
okay, now
You
tell
don't,
me.
you don't understand uniform commercial code.
Okay, now tell me.
Contract law. It's a means of exchange. It's a paper. It's a piece of paper that people designed. Only one people designed that contract. It's written under one language.
Hmm.
So that language is English. The current president is not from this country. His people are not from this country. They came over here and they made these new contracts in order to distinguish themselves from people or as people who can make rules for those who were already living here. So you're trying to fit all these people that are saying you're saying that they're
Wait,
illegal,
wait,
but
wait. You lost me. You lost me a
you're
little bit.
trying
You
to
lost.
state that certain people that aren't allowed
No,
in
no, no.
here.
Go back with the contract law. Where did that come in? What is that? What is that contract law? When did this getting put into place? Into legislation?
Bro, uniform commercial code governs the entire planet. I can't explain something as large as that to you in 30 seconds. You'd have to go research that one yourself. Anything that you sign is governed by uniform commercial code. That includes a ballot to vote, which is an exchange of commerce. So anything you put a signature on is a means of exchange. It's an exchange of goods. Now you're gonna have to go research that yourself because I can't inform you on the monstrosity of research that is.
Okay, okay. All right, now continue from there. So now, how is the president currently of the United States an illegal immigrant?
His okay, if you go look at it, his father was literally a Triple K member. In the 1928, he was in the paper New York Times. There was a brawl here in the United States in New York, and his father was on not the police's side. It was the police versus the Triple K members. Okay, so that's
Okay,
his father. His father's named Alfred. Okay, now I want you to go research a plan. It's called the King Alfred Plan of 1968.
planet or plan?
Plan.
Okay,
The
okay,
King. Write this down. King Alfred Plan 1968. Okay.
okay.
Now you're gonna find a lot of legislation that has to do. Well, you look like you BLK. I don't mean to call you that. I don't know. That's just a generalized term that I'm using.
Yeah,
So
Black
that you
American.
okay, cool. But I'm just saying that you're going to be involved in that legislation. 1968 is when it was written. So that King Alfred plan has to do a lot with. Uh, yeah, I can't really say it on here, but you're going to see later on. Okay, write this
The
down as well.
juice. The
Write
juice.
this
Is
down.
that where you're going to?
What's that?
The juice. Is that
Well,
where you're
not
going to?
kind of, but not really. I mean, you're going to see. I can't really say it in here because I don't want his thing to get flagged. But write this down as well. Okay, write down Rex REX
Hmm.
84. Okay, now Rex 84 is an extension of King Alfred Plan.
Okay.
All right, so that Rex 84 is what's going on right now. They made I think it's like 2 million quote brown people that they're supposed to get out of here. So these are legislation that have been put into effect by, okay, it just so happens that the orange dude in the office right now, his father's name is what? His father's name is Alfred. Okay, this is a sign to kind of link together with that plan I just told you about.
Okay.
So his father, they're all German immigrants. His real name is Drump, D-R-U-M-P, Drump, yeah. So P-H.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so these are legislation that have been put into play since 1967 to eventually get rid of you, to eventually get rid of brown people like me, and it's all written into contracts. Legislation, like I said before, Uniform Commercial Code, write that one down, UCC. It'll also be under Universal Commercial Code as well. But all of these are written in one language, and they're not our languages.
And what is the eventual benefit of getting rid of brown people like you and Black Americans like me?
Okay, so in 1920, I think in 1921 is when I have to go back to my logs, but in 1920, there was 6 million, all right, 6 million card-carrying Triple K members in the United States. Now think
Mhm.
about that. 6 million. How do you get rid of 6 million card-carrying members? You don't, especially in 1928. So what happened to all these people? Why haven't they made racism illegal? They won't make it illegal because that's the basis of the development of this so-called country that is no longer a country. It's the for-profit corporation governed by the Act of 1871, which collateralized every single person, every single piece of land, every single asset within the bounds that is known as the United States of America.
Mhm.
So that eventually turned into the 1928 Birth Certificate Act that monetized us. That's why they started taking our names. They started putting our feet on paper. And you'll notice that paper is created via Levi Strauss Company, all right? People who made cotton, okay? They made cotton gins. They stole the entire industry. But that paper that our names are on, that our feet are on, it's a certain kind of paper. It's called bond paper, all right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so with that bond paper, we are now collateralized legally. So they were doing that from the Act of 1871 to the Act of, till 1913 is when they created the Federal Reserve Act. So in 1950, they centralized banks. In 1933, they created HJR 192. So they removed the gold standard from the dollar. So 1933, they removed the gold standard from the dollar. Now they made gold illegal. 1928, they created the Birth Certificate Act. 1921 is when there were 6 million card-carrying members. And then eventually they all went underground. They went into office. They all hold badges. They traded in their pointed hoods and gowns for gavels and gowns and went into seats of Congress, you know? So
Okay.
the same people that never were held accountable for doing any type of atrocities towards yours and my people are now in office, and they've been waiting for this exact plan to take place since 1967 when it was
Oh,
put
wait,
into
wait, wait.
legislation.
Pause right there.
What's going on
Okay.
now, bro?
Now, one thing. Okay. What would stop? Wait, matter of fact, why, if these 6 million card carrying people who traded in their hoods and gowns for gavels and gowns, what would stop them from deregulating, or matter of fact, not initializing the Civil Rights Act that Black Americans fought for in order to allow people like you and immigrants like the people that I grew up around to even be allowed into the country? What would stop them from doing that? Because that happened in the 60s, not the 1920s or 30s.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm aware.
So, okay, now what happened there? Did their plan just fail? Or did we over legislate them? Well, I don't know what happened.
You're familiar with the process of indoctrination, correct? You know, like Brown versus Board of Education.
I don't
I
think
don't,
they
I don't
know.
see the correlation between the two.
Well, in order to subjugate people, you have to indoctrinate them first. It's kind of like the Bible was used to indoctrinate people so they wouldn't fight back. Same thing happened with education. So they put a girl in front of
Like
us in the
you had the
TV.
bootleg too, right? The
Yeah, yeah.
bootleg, yeah.
They created the entire system of education was started in basically 1837 by Horace Mann, but they didn't perfect it. That was the 8-year plan of school. But they finally perfected it in about the 40s to 50s. And right then they were like, okay, we need all of these people in the industrial age. So we're going to put this little quote black girl in front of the TV,
No,
and we're
no,
going to make
no. Wait,
everybody
wait,
feel.
wait, 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 wait. We were beyond the industrial age. We were in the
The tech age is what
1960s.
I'm. Pardon me.
Yeah,
You're correct. The
yeah.
tech age, the new industrial age. Pardon me.
And then here's the thing: we don't, and we set the population to support that technological development. We didn't, and then also, if we did need them, there were definitely other countries we could have looked to support and also consider for like mass immigration. China, Japan, Korea. All of those other countries would probably be closer and like in line with this white supremacist ideology that you laid out as a plan. And why would they go for like what right now the CEO of Google is in he's an Indian American like we didn't need a bunch of people standing outside of Home Depot. We didn't need that realistically to in order to develop as a tech in a technological age. What was the point of allowing the civil rights movement in order to allow all these immigrants into the country? And then now in 2025 to try to instate this grand plan that has been in place since you said like the 1700s
No, no, 60,
today.
1960, 68, 67 is
You
when King
see,
Alfred played.
okay, so 1960, huh? Wait, no, 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 no. You said like
1871, the Act of
okay,
1871.
1871 till today. It didn't need 100 years or so to enact this plan, right? No,
Well, no, I mean, it kind of did. I mean, you're talking about the 8-year school model being
no.
perfected.
They went. What I'm saying is they took 2 steps backwards in the plan, and then with 1 step forward. This 1 step forward don't make no sense to me. They
Well, you haven't done all
because
the
you took them
research.
2 steps backs.
You're hearing about this now from a guy, that's living in Oregon that you've never met. You haven't done the full research. You're making a lot of assumptions. I don't know. I can't tell you why. All I can tell you is dates and legislation. What it
Okay,
happened, when it happened.
am I making an assumption or are you making an assumption?
I've
Because
already done
I'm
all this
just
research.
going with logical points. I'm going with the logic of your laid out
Look,
analogy.
can you make
And
logical assumptions not having done the research yourself?
no, 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 I'm going with the logical points that you made. I don't know anything about this. You laid it out to me. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just trying to make sense of the things that you said.
Well, I mean, if you want to make sense of the things I'm saying, you should probably go research them, which is why I told you to write these things down.
I was counting on you to lay out the plan because you was laying it out.
Well, I
So
told
have
you I
you
couldn't explain
researched
all this.
Arthur Krim?
I give you a rough layout of what these plans, what the legislation that I've read. I mean,
Okay.
I could give
Even
you a
with
whole. I write
even
all
with
this down.
even with the rough layout, I just want to know where did they fail when it comes to allowing a bunch of these immigrants in, and what was the purpose of allowing a
Which
bunch of these
immigrants are you
immigrants?
talking about?
All of the immigrants that came through the Civil Rights Act of 1965. What was the point beyond that of allowing them in and then to deport them at this point?
I
Which
don't
Any
even think it's just immigrants alone. It's also AI and robotics that's taking over as well.
I would say that's why they're trying to get. So I was headed in that direction, Tyra.
okay,
That's what I was saying. The
okay.
birth certificate act
New
gives
element.
people they don't mature. The bonds don't mature until we unalive, and now they have an incentive to unalive us through via I don't even want to say, but the jab things. You know what I'm saying? That COVID thing that happened just a little while ago.
C-19.
Wait, wait,
Thank you
wait.
very much.
Back up a little bit. Back up a little bit. Okay, so you're saying the purpose is depopulation of
I'm not saying anything.
mostly okay, the point of the um I don't know, I guess this theory, right,
Well, no,
is
I've seen. I have all the documentation and the verification to substantiate everything I'm saying. I
okay.
just can't show you right here.
Fair enough, fair enough. But I want to walk through it. I want to walk through the logic with you. I know you understand it more than I do, but I want to know the is the point depopulation just through immigrants being deported, and then also um the lower wage class, is that what you're saying, and then being replaced by AI and robotics?
Super. This is your last question, okay? Because we are going to move on to the next guest,
I ain't
okay?
got all the questions. He ain't got all the answers. I'm
No, well,
just
you laying out all the questions and all, and then thank you, Nagwal, for answering
I
all
don't
that.
even
You know, you
think
didn't have
Nagu
to.
got to
You really
My
didn't
pleasure,
have
fam.
to,
You already know.
'cause, you know. But I think it's good for educational purposes because I don't even think they know why they do the things that they do. You know, and that's why they dig deeper and find out that it's a lot devious. It's a lot more menacing. I can't even say the word
It's
menacing.
funny because
Yeah.
like super. I would be happy to like no joke. I'm a researcher of 20 years. I have everything that I'm saying in legislative form and PDF files, and I would love for you to get at me like DMs. But here's the thing.
mm,
I've tried this with people before, and every time I try to send it DM style, I get a flag. I get a strike for it.
mm.
It's weird. Like
Well,
I got rid of accounts. I went through 3 accounts in 1 month when I first got on TikTok because of this stuff.
okay, so I think that, realistically, I think that you're not inaccurate in a bunch of things you're saying, right? But as far as like there being like some grand plan or whatever, group of people who are making decisions, like the Bilderberger group, like level thing or whatever. I think that type of thing exists. But when it comes to like the logical standpoint, I'm not gonna lie, it ain't making a lot of sense to me. When it,
I'll be honest. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I know that it's going on. I hate to know that it happens, and every time a clog in the plan turns over, I have to sit here and I watch it going on in the news, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me! Like
that's what it is.
I don't want to believe it's real. I don't want to
Yeah.
believe it's real, but it's happening right in front of me, and I got to be like, yo, either you start talking to people, black and brown folks, and start saying what you know, or you just shut up and you become part of what's
Well,
going on.
here's what makes sense to me. Ain't no black and brown. There's only black, and then there's some people who are brown. And the only thing that I learned in my experience in living amongst a group of people who were ethnically different and culturally different from me, and as a black American, is the only through line that they have ever had is, especially when it comes to this country, is that they understand they need to be anti-black American. And that has been my experience. I don't know what your personal background is, what your understanding is. Personally, I want them out of my country. Out of my
So,
country immediately. I got no
so
support
you're
for
dealing
them
with a
whatsoever.
shaman here. So you're
Yeah,
basically
I'm a practicing Nahwal of this land, sir. I'm what you also know as shaman. So what I'm saying is I'm tired of the black and brown people. I want all of them to get that
Ain't no
shit out
black
of
and
their
brown.
head.
Ain't no
I,
black and brown.
that's what I'm
There's
saying.
only black and only brown.
No,
We
no.
not
There isn't
together.
no black.
there isn't no black and there
Only
ain't
Yeah,
no
well, no,
brown,
I'm
is what I'm
black.
saying.
I'm black. You not you. Hey, you
hold on,
cannot be
sir.
brown.
Hold on. Hold on. There is no Crayola crayon thing. It's just
Thank you.
indigenous
No, that's
names.
I'm a black
And
American.
hold on,
I
sir.
don't
Hold
care
on,
what you
sir.
are.
Hold on, sir. Because that's a colonial label.
Hi,
Okay,
peace. How you
Jamaican is a
You're
doing?
not. Hold
colonial.
on,
Wait,
sir.
Jamaican is a colonial label.
Okay,
I know
that's
who
not
you
a.
guys
Haitian,
are
That's
going back
not.
and
It's an
forth.
actual
You can
Haitian,
chime
indigenous
in
name.
whenever,
They
Nigerian
just
peace.
is a
call that land.
colonial
Hold
label.
on, sir. Hold
Wait.
on. No, it's not.
Nigerian is a colonial label. Yes, it is.
Hold on. No, it's not. Because
Yes,
for
it
one,
is.
no, it isn't. Because these are states. These are countries. What
And
we're
wait,
saying
who
is, hold
named
on,
those
sir.
countries?
Hold,
Who?
sir.
Okay. You
Chill.
know what? You got it.
Can I talk? So for one, black has nothing to do with skin color or race. That's just a colonial distinction of a status. You have a particular ethnic group that's here, or whether you want to claim to be a West Central African slave, they got ethnic groups. They got Wagado Mande. They got uh the Knox civilization, Songhai, but you're not claiming that. You have a whole bunch of ethnic groups over here, which you're not claiming. You're not saying you're Chera. You're not saying that you're Yamasi. You're not saying you're Aniyawiya. You're not saying none of these things. You're just going off of a thing that don't even equate to a color at all. It just means a shade. If your understanding is of that of artists, because the first thing when you're learning about color wheels, you'll learn that black and white aren't even colors. They're one and the same. They're non-colors. So you have to correct your
Mm,
language whenever you're talking to people like me and Nagual because we understand how the system works
no,
and
no, no.
operates.
I feel like okay. My fault. Go ahead. Finish.
Why wouldn't you want to call yourself by your ethnic group name? You got Yad Kimpedi, you got Wali Ogeechee. All these things that literally puts you in some type of affidavit, some type of probate letter, some type of a law or whatever that's already got your name on it, but you refuse to call yourself that, but you want to go for something that was only used in the '60s with James Brown talking about "say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud" just because of Lyndon B. Johnson. Now you got it.
All right. So when was the term? Wait, matter of fact, who created race?
Europeans.
No, no, no. That was actually one scientific person who popularized the racial categories of people. You know what his name was?
Johann
Johann
Blumenbach.
Frederick Blumenbach,
There you go. That one person. And what time frame? Anybody know that?
1854.
1950s.
1854. So at least 100 years, we've been classifying ourselves as black, right? And also,
No,
I
it wasn't black. It
no
was
no no
Negro and
it
colored.
was black. It was no, it was black.
No,
Negro
it
and
wasn't black.
No, it was black. Black people have been calling themselves
Negro and
black.
colored. It was Negro and colored. People saw black as
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
fighting word.
Negro color, but no, it turned into black in like the 1930s.
Correct. Negro is 1550.
But yeah, okay. But still,
You go to
even
Negro,
still,
that didn't
we
mean
as a
African.
people, okay, now when did Haitian become a cultural or ethnic identifier?
That's always been there for thousands of years.
No,
It was
no, it
spelled.
ain't been thousands
It
of years.
was. It was. It was
We've been black
IT,
long. Wait, let me
sir.
finish. We've been black longer, they've been Haitian. We've been black longer than Jamaicans have been
But guess
Jamaicans.
what? Those names, Jamaica and Haiti, it comes from IT. It comes from
Okay.
Jamaica. Those are Arawak Taino names, sir.
Okay.
Correct.
America comes from a Taino or a Native American identifier.
Uh,
That still comes from a Native American identifier. Even still, like it does. But me personally, you can go back longer in whatever cultural or ethnic thing it is. But even still, we still have more cultural and ethnic identifiers that relate to us as a people in this country that are way more than what any other ethnic group has ever accomplished in any other group. We got more cultural influence, more inventions, more impact, more nearly everything. The actual culture of America is Black American culture. The influence of America is Black American culture.
The
Okay, thank you.
legal
I don't
All
status.
right,
I
hold
don't
on, guys.
care.
Hold on. Let me introduce Peace, and then I'm gonna introduce Jay, and then we'll have an open panel again. Okay. I do want to let other people talk on this. What's up, Peace? Welcome to the panel. Can you introduce
Hi.
yourself and if you want to speak on the prompt, Peace? Hi.
Yeah, I'm 22 and black. Should FBA/Black Americans support ICE? I mean, honestly, I don't really care what they do. They can support ICE all they want. I mean, it doesn't bother me. I don't really care.
Okay. Do you want to respond to anything you've heard, or do you think people should report on ICE? Do you think that's something that is our civic duty to do?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not reporting to ICE. No.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking, Peace. All right. Is that it? Is that all, Peace? I'll move on to the next person, but I do want
Yeah,
to give
you
you.
can.
Okay, thank you, Peace. What's up, Jay? Welcome to the panel. Good to see you, hermano.
Yo,
Um, do you
What's
do
up,
you
Jay?
do you want to respond to anything that's been said?
no, I'm just listening, bro.
All right, bro. Stay tuned. I want you in this convo. I want you in this convo. All right, we're gonna go back to open panel. Go ahead, Jay.
all right, Nagu, you had
Anybody
something to
can
say?
anybody can dive in whenever. Okay, just to let everybody
Because he
know.
was talking about how he want to classify as BLACK, but how that legally doesn't make any sense when it comes to what you're after, which is reparations, right? Why in the world?
Wait. Oh, let me answer that. When you said I really want to, I don't. You know what? I definitely do want reparations, but that doesn't define me as a culture. Do Haitians identify themselves as Haitians because they want reparations? I'm sure
Yes, they
they
do.
do want reparations from France and from the UK or wherever else. Your tag team their country, whatever. Yeah, of course they do want that, but I don't mean that them themselves as this modern day understanding of what a Haitian is. mean that the exact same thing of what it's been for like the 300 years prior, or Jamaicans, the same thing for them. I'm sure they do want reparations, but that's not an entirety of their ethnic understanding of like who they are.
which is Indianness because they literally got things like Carnival. Do they not? How are you shunned for embracing your indigeneity, but you got a whole lot of Caribbean and Latin American communities embracing who they are, but negating the fact that all them African slaves was brought through those areas and not to the United States? Why in the world are you settling for just
Wait, you confused
non-color?
me.
Hold on. Why are
Confused
you
me.
settling for a non-color Crayola crayon and not actually laying claim to what your relatives said they were? Or are you actually researching these ethnic groups that were already in those areas that most likely your people would have came from? Why aren't you doing that?
Wait. Matter of fact, first off, I don't know if you understand how colors work, but black is the like culmination of literally all colors. White is the antithesis of color, right? So that the whiteness is no color. Blackness is the culmination of all colors.
That's
So
not what I've.
if you mix every single color together, you're just gonna get black. That's how that works.
No, you're just gonna get dark brown. Is what you're gonna
No,
get.
you will get black. You will get black. Black as hell.
You can't get black.
Yo, you will get black. You in every single color scheme, if you mix them all together, you're just gonna get black. I don't know if you ever done it before
Get
as a child.
some paints and test your theory and see what comes out because it does not come out the way you think.
I've tested it as a child before. You will
Do it
get
now
black.
because it's brown. It's not black at
It's
all.
It's
brown.
no, you will
It's
get
brown, dude.
black.
It's
You will get black.
I'm a glass blower 25 years. I've been dealing with
You
color
will get.
for that 25 years. You will not
I've
get
taken
black.
I've taken an art class at school in elementary school. You will get black.
I've been practicing art for 45 years of my
Okay.
life.
Okay. Okay.
So, well, hold up.
Okay.
My point is, if you
Let's
want to,
move on from that point.
okay,
But here's the thing: black as a color, then black as an ethnic group in America is an entirely, totally different thing.
agreed.
Personally, personally, I don't consider Africans or Caribbeans to be black. They are not black at all. They are Africans and Caribbeans. They can identify which way that they like, but they are not black because they're not black Americans. And black as a culture and ethnic group, and then also as a racial category, is an identifier unique to America. And that the creation of it, and then also the identifier of it, the popularization of it, is unique to America.
I agree. Same with white tea. I mean, it was invented in Europe,
Exactly.
but it was normalized over here. This is where the big
But
color,
hey,
ex, what's it called, experiment went on. And I do agree with you that there's an ethnicity to it, and I personally, for one, I believe that so-called black people have the right to call themselves whatever and practice whatever they want because they've earned that right. However, I also have to understand that there's a legal significance to this,
yeah,
and
no. So when it comes
I wasn't
to,
finished. I wasn't finished.
go ahead, go ahead.
By Wagner and Funk's dictionary, 1897, I believe, it specifically states that the identity that is assigned to people, not it's a status. It's not an identity that is assigned to people, and they literally says there is no technical legal significance which the courts are bound to recognize when a person holds that legal status. Landon.
Yeah, now you recognize that things can change, right? That there have been legal stands that have been in place. I mean, of course, because you're here in America because of the legal stance that Black Americans have took, and in order to allow you and your people to live in
No,
America.
you're wrong on that, sir. I'm indigenous to this land.
And then
Okay.
on top of that, if we ought to pull out any of these legal definitions, technically a Hispanic person or Latino person could turn around and circle their wagons and say, "Hey, see, Negro was used on Indians, so technically we're all Negroes."
Correct.
So how does that African thing work when it doesn't even fit the mold of Africa?
No, because the cultural identifier, like national identifier, that's what I meant to go to. National identifier as Mexican had been created.
That's still a state, sir. That wouldn't be
No, no, no. Yes,
that
it's a nation.
wouldn't be an ethnicity per se. That
It's
would
a
be a
different
country.
nation. That's the thing.
It
It's
would
a
be a
different nation.
country that was
and
created by
and and and
Europeans.
there were also limitations in what we allowed people to come into our country as, and there what
We,
was it like immigration yeah,
we,
as Americans.
What you
American is not a
mean?
And
nationality. I mean, it's not a,
American American
it's
is
a
a
landmass.
nationality. Yeah, American is a nationality.
No,
That's what
it's
I'm
not.
saying.
It's a landmass. It's a North, South, and Central America. United States citizen is a nationality. You should at least get that straight.
American is a
It's not a
nationality.
nationality. I'm a United
It
States
is
Marine, MOS
the
1371
United
combat
Hey,
States.
engineer.
United
Vibes.
States. Okay, shorthand term, United
No, there's
States
no
of
shorthand. There's
America.
only legality.
No, no, illegally. Here's the thing.
Legally, I'm
Wait,
telling you,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
no
wait,
such thing as
you
an
know what? Okay, no,
American
no, wait, wait, wait.
Marine
Damn, that
How
was that
then,
funny.
how then do these people from Mexico get deported when they're South American?
because they're not United States citizens.
Citizens.
There
That's
That's
you
what I've
go.
different.
just told you.
There you go. Because it's a nationality.
No, it's a
No, it's
corporation.
No, no,
American.
because it's a nationality. You're
Bro, I'm
not
a
a part of
United
this
States
nation.
Marine. I know more than
You're,
you
but
about
you're,
this
but no,
subject.
no, but how come they're getting deported then? It's not a
I
nationality.
just told you. They're
It's
not
a
United
business.
States citizens. That's different
Yeah.
from
Wait, wait,
American.
wait. Yeah. So okay. So what makes them not a United States citizen?
They are
Because
Chilean Americans. They are Argentinian Americans. They are Bolivian Americans, Guatemalan Americans, Mexican Americans. It is
Wait, wait,
America,
wait.
Canadian American.
What are all those areas called?
America.
N- Okay, South America.
No, it's one continent
It's
connected by
South
land.
America.
It's
Wait,
one
then why do
continent
they need to immigrate here? How come they just can't come here like I can?
because they're
I
not
could,
United States
if I want to,
citizens.
I could just move to Florida. I don't
Super,
need no.
super,
If I
super. You
want
better
to,
get
I could just
super on
move to
some
Florida.
research.
If
You
I
don't know what
want
you're
to,
talking about, bro.
if I want to, I could just move to Florida. How come they can't just
Bruh,
move to Florida?
you don't know the difference in nationality.
If I want to, I could just move to Florida. How
Hey,
come they can't just
y'all can
move
just
to
have you
Florida?
can have it, man. I'm done here. Easy.
How
don't
come?
leave, bro. Don't
Why?
leave.
Wait.
You can.
Why do they need immigration papers if they're part of this nation?
Because it's a corporation, sir.
No,
It's a
no, it's a
corporation.
nation.
It's a corporation, though. It's tied to
A
paperwork.
nation.
It's
Okay,
not just a
matter of fact,
nation.
okay.
It's a
In a corporation,
corporation.
if I'm a
Yeah.
corporation and I work for Burger King, I want to move to a Burger King that is in Florida, right?
Hmm.
Do I need any sort of papers to do that?
Yes, you would.
Right? No. I mean immigration papers.
Not immigration papers, no,
No,
because that's still in the corporation of the United States.
Super, where are you from?
Why do I
Are
need
you
immigration papers in order to move from one? It's the same. I'm in the same corporation, but why would I need immigration papers if I'm not? If I'm in the same nation,
You would because it's a part of the United States corporation. That's in the
I'm
jurisdiction.
okay.
That's
Now,
in
where
the
are you from?
jurisdiction of the
I'm
United
from
States
Chicago.
corporation. But
From Chicago.
outside of that, but outside of the European colonial powers paperwork, still it's a part of the
So,
Americas, which is a
if
continent.
it is one nation, why would you need immigration papers in order to get through that same nation?
Because they're conducting business, they're conducting commerce.
If it is business and
You're a
it is
traveler.
commerce, then why don't I need immigration papers to move to Florida to work for the same Burger King corporation?
Because you got other corporations such as the Spain, you got other corporations such as the EU, Britain,
What?
France, Dutch.
What?
Yeah, you got different entities from outside of the United States, and
Okay.
plus they did not
McDonald's
succeed. Hold on, they didn't
exists,
really succeed.
Wendy's exists.
Hold on, sir.
They're all still operating in the same
They didn't
Florida
really
state.
succeed from the monarchy because they still rocking with Great Britain to this day. So
Uh, am I getting lost or are you getting lost? What's
no,
going
we're
on
not
here?
getting lost. You are confusing the dope. You're mixing the dope, sir.
Okay.
So
Corporations exist as one entity. No?
they got
Yeah.
multiple entities. They got
Okay,
multiple.
okay, okay, okay.
They got
Okay, could be sister corporations, could be whatever. You know, underlying corporations within it, but they still, at the end of it, operate into one corporation.
So say it
Mm,
like this. Here's a
right,
better
right, right.
analogy.
It's one business. But why would I need
Okay,
immigration papers?
here's a better
Why would
analogy.
I need
You know, like
immigration papers if I'm still
slavery.
working in the same corporation?
You needed a slave tag. You needed your freedom papers to walk about to go to the next plantation to see your relatives. Right. The same thing.
What?
Yeah. Remember in slavery, people needed slave tags. People needed
Where you from? Wait, where are you from?
papers.
Where's your family from?
Okay,
The
here goes the
South.
Tyreek
Wait,
Nasheep
no. Where
interrogation
is your
tactics. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
where
on.
is this dude from?
Let me go ahead and introduce Tootie. I don't want to leave anybody out. And
But
I'll let everybody respond to what
Is the
has been
brother
said.
FBA? I'm asking.
Hold on, Tyrone.
Absolutely, I am.
Tyrone, hold up, Tyrone. Let's introduce Tootie. Tootie, how's it going? Welcome to the panel. You see,
Hey, how's it
it's
going?
a heated combo right now.
Clearly.
Yeah. Do you want to add anything to this, or do you want to respond to one of the questions?
Conversation? No, I feel like it's going in circles.
Right? Tell me about it. Do you want to answer one of the questions up there, Tootie? Just to throw these guys off a little bit.
Yeah. Why are FBA's dry snitching and reporting to the president, Homeland Security, and ICE? I feel like because they have a misunderstanding of what's actually going on.
Yeah, facts.
I
would
feel like
agree.
understand. A lot of people I notice, like, if you just be quiet and listen to people talk, they have no clue what's really going on politically. They think they do. They take some snippets from TikTok, CNN, Fox News, and they put everything together by hearsay, and then they just make an informed decision based on having just as little information as possible, and they think they're doing the right thing.
I couldn't agree with you more on that one, Tootie. Couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it. You know it.
I just yeah. I just want to say I don't understand how the people that make this, and I'm going to keep saying this, $700 plus an hour have convinced the people making $25 to $30 an hour that the people making $7.25 an hour are the problem. That's what I'm trying to understand.
Beautifully stated.
I'm going to keep saying it because maybe it'll click for some people. Like, you're agreeing with someone who makes about $700 an hour, sir, and you make 25 to 30 an hour.
Me?
And real estate is going up the last time I checked. How are your children going to buy a home when just a simple home that used to be considered a levee town is $250,000? Like, you know.
You talking to me, sweetie?
No, I'm just talking about in general. Like, I don't understand why people are taking these super strong positions. Like, you're like the number one prompt. Like, people snitching, dry snitching. Like, why are you like, like nobody's gonna save
I'm
you.
with it.
Whatever proximity to security you think you have, like, you can just hang it up because it's a big club and you're not in it.
Okay. No, Tootie. Where are you from?
I'm from Alabama.
Don't say that. He's gonna report you to ICE, Tootie.
No,
Don't
I ain't
do
gonna
it.
say. Hey, realistically, I'm just trying to have a
I
conversation with
just
her.
came from
She
living in
said she's
Chicago,
from Alabama.
but the
She's from
image
Alabama.
didn't justify
Wait.
the
You grew up in Chicago?
Nah, I lived there for 7 years, and too many people were struggling in
Where?
Chicago.
Where though? Like
I
what
was
area?
I was in the south suburbs in New Lenox.
Okay. I'm not gonna get into that, but in Alabama, what's the diversity range? What did you grow up around mostly?
So me personally,
Yeah.
I went to a lot of schools that were integrated. I grew up where black people were the minority. I went to schools, but I finished school in Colorado Springs.
And like, I want to know, like, growing up, what was your ethnic experience? Like, how did you grow up
Racism.
experiencing people? Like from white people to you?
It was
Like,
racist, super racist. And
okay.
even see, I was in high school in like late 90s, early 2000s, and a lot of children wanted to like like this is the thing. This is indoctrinated into people by their parents, right? You
Mm-hmm.
know, like a lot of kids that I hung out with, they wanted to, mesh and be cool and hang out, but their parents kept indoctrinating, yeah, to separate from us.
Right.
I don't know what they told them. I remember one time I went to a guy's house after school, braided his hair up for prom. He was like, "This is the coolest shit ever, Tootie." And we were just cool, me and Justin. His mom
Mm-hmm.
came home and you should have seen her fucking face. And all I know is me and Justin were the coolest of friends, laughed every day in class, hung out, did homework together. And when he came to school that next day, he was just like, I forgot what he said to me. And I could just tell by the look. He didn't even want to look me in the eye, and he never talked to me again.
Mm. That's messed up.
Yeah,
I got
that's my
one question,
experience. Yeah,
Tootie. I got one question, right?
sure.
So that cultural experience that you had, like that was disgustingly anti-black, right?
Sure.
Right. So imagine if that exact same, but it just came from a Latino. It just came from an Eritrean. It just came from an African. Imagine if you could just say, I don't support it, get him out of here. Would you support that?
How do you
That
mean?
exact, because I feel like a lot of people from definitely black people from different areas, different cultural backgrounds who don't have a lot of experience with the cultural and ethnic um, backgrounds of a lot of different people. They don't understand what the cultural and ethnic experience would be for a black American. It's largely the same as what you just experienced from what you just explained as
Kind of
your
like
experience from white
Sudan
tea
and
Americans.
South
Yeah,
Sudan.
every single one of them, every single one of them, culturally, that is the one in my experience. I don't know about you. I ain't gonna say it's the same for everybody, but I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna just say for what my experience has been growing up around them. They think and operate exactly like that. Why would I want them in my country if I could say, get them out?
I mean, this is the thing. Um, I get what you're saying, and I know a lot of them are, but you can't generalize everybody. Like I'm cool with a lot
No,
of them. Like my family is made up of Panamanians and Puerto Ricans, and so that's the thing. Like I also am family with these people. I fellowship with these people. Everyone isn't like that.
right. You
But
know
you
what?
do,
I
but this
agree
is the
with
thing.
you.
This is in every culture. Everybody
Mm,
has like the throwaway black person in their
mm-mm,
culture. Like that's
mm-mm,
just what it
mm-mm,
is. And they
mm-mm.
have that idea of proximity to whiteness. Like
I would say, you know what? I agree with you to a degree because we as Black Americans, we recognize
Puerto
that there are
Ricans have
people.
it. You
True,
know they
true, true,
do.
true. But here's the thing. Well,
Super up here recruiting.
we
Yeah, straight up
ostracize
recruiter.
we will ostracize those people in our
We
culture.
speak for yourself, bro.
We disrespect, we don't honor those people. If they disrespect anybody culturally or ethnically
Are
from
you guys on code
and
about that, Super? Are you guys on code about that?
we largely are. We largely
Sieg,
are. And
Sieg
they
to the
are. And
motherfucking
they are.
high.
You know, if what's the dude name Nagal, if he was being honest, he knows that his Theo and his Tia are like
What
that.
you mean?
If he
Well,
was
here
being
you
Hold
go.
on.
honest,
So
I
you're
don't know
referring to
how
about
like,
that.
Well,
he
hold on, Super.
knows
Are
that.
you
He
referring
Hold
to
knows
on,
that.
something to the?
Hold on,
Wait, let me
Nago being
finish. Let me
honest
I
about
finish.
do
Let me
something.
here.
finish.
No, no, no,
Let
no,
me
no,
finish.
Super.
Let me
If
Hold
I
on. We
let
need
finish.
you,
to
I
get a
let
My
you
full
last
finish.
point. Well,
Let
understanding.
me go back. Okay, let me
last
guys,
5
guys,
seconds.
let me handle
Last
this. Let me handle this. Please, please, let me handle this. So I'm gonna let Jay in here because if I want Super, you keep asking her questions over, and you said this is the last one, this is the last one, but it never is the last one. So I'm gonna let it wait until it comes down to you, okay, Super, and then we'll do it. Jay, do you have anything to say to respond to this, Jay?
Yeah, I just want to know with Super, because you mentioned it being your country. What are you defining that as? Are you saying just American citizens versus non-American citizens, or what?
Yeah, it's American citizens versus not American. Not even versus. It's not a versus thing. It's just I'm an American citizen and I don't like anti-blackness. Why would I invite anti-blackness? into my country.
But Nagel isn't
But right
Antifa.
when you say anti-blackness, because I know earlier you warned about that, you're specifically referring to the ethnic sense, not the racial sense, correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, Tyrone, go ahead.
Well, I heard what Super was saying, but I actually know Nagel. He hasn't been like on no racist temper like some Hispanic and or Latino people that be promoting that Black and Mental Olympiads of the Sangre stuff that you would associate with most Hispanic people. He already announced what he is. He grew up in a black experience. I can allow him to speak for himself. So I don't know why you're generalizing him per se, but he's been studying some of our stuff. So I'm gonna let him respond and let him
Well, here's
explain
the reason why
himself.
I said it.
So
Here's the reason why I said it is
No,
because
hold on, Super. I gotta go to Peace. Peace, go ahead if you want to say something, and then I'll let Super respond to that.
No, Super can go. I'm just listening.
Okay, Peace. Go ahead, Super.
yeah, the reason why I said it is because the reason why I said everything is because it's a cultural experience, and also, and when I say cultural, I mean like okay, possibly 51 to 54%. But we all like you say, like think about this. You could say black people like hot sauce. Not all black people like hot sauce, but as a culture, we do like hot sauce. That's an accurate cultural
Facts.
description, right? But and when I say as a cultural experience, they are anti-black, I mean that is what's most likely going to come from their culture. It's not about like this one-off experience that you have with Nagal or you have with somebody that you braided their hair or whatever that one time. It's a cultural experience. It's what is most
But
likely
it's
going to
this
be
is
the
the
outcome.
thing. So when they migrate here, they're taught to be anti-black. A lot of them are, right? And a lot of them are anti-black, but this is the thing. They assimilate to what they see in America, right? They start to mirror that. So that's something that you have to take into consideration. Is
But
really I don't think it's as cultural as you think. You take Cubans for example. A lot of black Cubans, a lot of black Cubans. But when you come to America, right, and you're a lighter skinned Cuban, you start to see them assimilate, right? And you start to see them start, want to gain that proximity to whiteness because they see how black. I feel like it's almost like just strategic. I don't think
hey,
it's as cultural as you think, as much as it is a strategy of survival.
Tootie, now here's the issue with that. Culturally, Latinos have been coming to America since like the 1920s, 1930s. They've had 100 years to get rid of that anti-black culture that still exists. In my experience, I grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, still been existing in Chicago to this day.
Spanish people are different there, bro. I
Not
lived in
way
Chicago.
not.
I lived in Illinois for a
So
long ass
at
time.
what point?
Like
At
them
what
Latin
point does it?
kings.
At what point does it not happen? At
I'm gonna
what
tell
point?
you something. So it's a lot of Spanish people in Alabama where I live. A lot of we have like a little Mexico. I get tamales and stuff. Now I don't know. Like my experience is different from when I was in Chicago. I don't know what they own in Chicago, but you have to also understand there's a lot of gang culture in Chicago too. So I feel like in Chicago it was generally more so just like we stick with our own. Just like the Indians. Indians don't fuck with nobody. They stick with their own period.com. I feel like it's not exactly I feel like there's layers to it and it's more nuanced than simply just being anti-black. I feel like there's pressures. Like I said, I'm gonna always state that the proximity to whiteness and feeling safe. And just like any immigrant that comes to this country and that realizes whether they're Polish or whatever else, look at how they treated the Italians and the Irish when they came, right? But
Russians too.
look how they treated the Russians too. Look how they did the Germans when they came. They shitted on everybody. They always do. But when they start to get favor and privilege from having the proximity to whiteness, people just kind of go with the flow. I hate to say it, but they're trained to be that way because America it is just historically drenched in racism. And
Okay.
it's safer not to go along to get along. And it's you see what everybody knows what happens right? When you the N-word lover, however you want to phrase it or whatever, everybody's seeing what happens to them historically. Everybody's sees what happens when they try to stand up in modern day. And honestly, I just feel like it's almost like they're not given a choice. It's a matter of survival. I hate to say it, but it doesn't excuse it. But I don't think they're indoctrinated with it like that. I just think that's what they do when they come to America to
Okay.
survive.
Okay, you know what? Okay, I agree with that. This is be my last point. I'll let somebody else go. This will be my last point. Is that you know what? I agree with you. Maybe they are indoctrinated with it. I don't care. Maybe they are ingrained in American racial this I don't know
Whatever.
discourse or
Right.
whatever. I don't care. They get here and I experience them and their culture exactly the way that it is here
You need to move to
today
the
in
South,
my
bro.
experience. But you know what?
Get the
Hey,
fuck out of Illinois, I'm
but
telling you.
no, no, no. I've been. Hey, I don't. I haven't lived in Illinois for like maybe 6 years right now. I lived in the South. I lived in Texas, and then I currently live in Seattle, Washington. So I lived in nearly the not even saying the majority, but like the most populous states in America. A good
Okay.
portion of it. Like
Did
when
you
it
live
comes to
in Georgia?
population size, no. I'm talking about like the South. I'm talking about Texas. Like
Okay.
so, population wise, whatever. Even still, we're getting distracted. I'll say this: I personally would rather
I think
have.
people are getting
I
distracted because
but
region does matter.
yeah, it does. No, no, no. But I'm saying it's the same. It's
Mm.
literally, in my experience, from Chicago to Texas to Seattle realistically, I would have most likely preferred the South than anything
Yeah.
because not only is it just one racial demographic, mostly one racial demographic, it's honestly chill. I've seen more black people thriving and also more black people in higher positions of power and also more black people
Yeah.
experiencing a wealth in those societies than I've ever seen in democratic cities in either Chicago or Seattle.
Yeah.
I've never seen black people this poor. In Seattle, all black people are extremely poor. It's
How
to
old are you, Super?
like can't even like afford barrettes or line up for their kids
How
level
old are you,
All
How old
right,
sir?
are you,
super.
never
Super?
I'm gonna give the floor to
oh
Nagwal because you've been
wait
talking for a minute.
wait no 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 I was still having a point. She asked me some questions I
It
was trying to
might
get
be
into it.
proximity. Can I ask you what you do
But
for a living, Super?
okay
Hold on,
my last
Super.
point
Super,
I'm
let
gonna
me
have an
ask you a
open panel.
question.
I'm gonna have an open panel after Nagwal
What does
speaks.
Super do
I'll
for a
ha-
living? A lot of times people speak
I'll,
off of proximity. Because
let,
why are you around people who
I make
can't
six
afford
figures. I make six
rent?
I
figures.
don't want.
I
I want
make
Nagwal. Let
I make six
Nagwal
figures.
speak, and then I'll have an open panel, and you guys can all speak. Okay, just keep it respectful. Go ahead, Nagwal.
Well, this cat seems very young to me, man. And the fact that he's like
I'm
measuring
35.
35, I'm 51. So
That's still young.
the fact that this cat is like measuring the worth of people or the whatever by their monetary wealth is just a joke to me. I mean, that's like disgusting to me. Because all that tells me is that he's been indoctrinated by YT philosophy and that's his application in life. That's all it means to me, bro. I
I
Okay,
mean,
know
he's over
that's
there trying to,
real.
these people are the
another
poorest
capitalist
people. Who
society.
care? Hey, I'm talking.
Black people are the poorest people.
Yeah, I don't care if black people are poor. They're rich in culture. I love
But this
black
is the
folks.
crazy part he's talking about. When I was in Chicago, all my friends had money. All my friends were upper middle class, if not rich.
See, I don't even
It's
care if they got
crazy.
money or not. They're
Exactly.
rich in
I'm
culture
saying
and
the
they're rich in
difference
heritage.
was
Bro, I'm talking. Keep your 35 year old mouth
I
shut,
was the
bro.
poor. I was the poorest one
Jesus
of my
Christ.
friends in Chicago.
See, she can talk because she's cool. But you, super, you super
wait,
dumb, bro. Bro,
so
be
she
quiet.
cut you off,
Shut
but
your
I
mouth.
can say something.
I'm
Bro,
talking.
hold it. You've been throwing strays at the man. He been
Shut
quiet
up.
the
Let
whole
him talk.
time.
Let him talk.
Let him
Go
talk,
ahead.
let him talk. I'm talking, bro. You the one keeps interrupting.
Yeah. You've been throwing
Bro,
strays at the man.
Let him
bro,
talk. Dang. You
bro,
hold on
just
this
bro,
conversation.
bro, it's disgusting that you would measure people by their wealth. It's disgusting that you don't know your own laws. It's disgusting that you don't know that black is an identity that's a legal status that determines whether people go into these economic statuses or not. I mean, that's just crazy to me that you wouldn't even know any of this stuff. And the fact that you would the fact that you would join up with YT superiorities and call on another person that's other than YT is disgusting, and it shows that you've been indoctrinated in these school systems that determined your identity for you. No one has the right. You call me like you don't even know what I am. You never asked what I am. You called that I have tios and tias, and like that's all just a bunch of assumptions, bro. I'm Toltec, Nahual, shaman to the land that sustains your life before any of your people got here. Understand that and respect it.
Yeah, there are Black Americans who are here.
I'm still talking, bro. You can't.
No
Why are you
Black
still coming
natives
up?
here too.
Why are you coming up,
Hold on.
He
Hold on.
understands this, but
Hold on.
you keep coming at him.
bro?
And
Super.
bro.
I have genetic
Hold on.
literature. I have historic literature.
So
I
are
have.
you saying that black people? Hold on. Are you saying Africans weren't here before Indians were?
No, I'm saying that there were dark
Nah,
skinned
I'm
people.
saying no. He just said
I'm
before our
saying that
people
there.
were here.
There
Before
you go.
I'm saying that his slave descendant, he claiming that he came here from a slave. I'm saying
I
that
didn't say that.
I
I
have
didn't say
art.
that. I didn't say that.
I'm
Yes, you
talking.
I did not say that.
did,
I'm
dude.
talking, Super.
No, I did not say
Super,
that. I
shut your
never said
mouth.
that.
Shut your mouth.
Super. Be quiet, please. Let him finish.
No, he's
Shut
misquoting
your
me.
mouth.
I never said that.
Shut your mouth.
All
Let
right,
him
hold on,
talk.
hold on. Tootie, let Nicole land so we don't get caught up in this. Oh,
I
hold
have
on.
archaeological evidence. I have historical accounts. I have genetic evidence that states so-called black people have been here for thousands of years. And we coexisted harmoniously together before all these dumbass FBAs came into effect and start calling cops on some peoples like they've white tea to the bone. Landed.
Now you can talk, bro.
All right. So my last point was, I personally would rather have one white supremacist versus an Asian white supremacist, a Latino white supremacist, Arabic white supremacist, a Nigerian white supremacist. I would rather just deal with one. In my experience,
I would rather
and,
deal with
and when
none.
it comes, hey, yeah.
None.
Where, okay, now tell me where on the earth are you gonna go where you don't deal with none?
Right. So why don't you make your own ice to run out these Russians, these Polish, these Irish, these Italians, these
Yeah. Trump
British,
doing it
these
right now. Trump doing it
French?
right now. Trump doing it
No,
right
he's
now. I
not.
like it.
Trump is
Love
actually
it.
bringing
He's our
in
savior. Trump is our
Love it.
South
savior. He's doing this
Love
for
Africa.
it.
us.
He's doing it exactly the way that I wanted it to be done.
He bringing
Get him
in
out of
people
here.
from South
Get him out
Africa
of my country. They don't need
and
to be here.
Australia.
Trump is going to save us all. He's the man. He's
Hey,
Jesus.
hey, we doing exactly the way that I want it to be done. Get them out of my country. As many as you can. Put them on a lap, put them on a boat, put them on a train, put them on a plane, whatever you need to do.
Put him on those knee
Grab
pads
some,
that you got on right now, bro.
grab some illegals, grab some legals. And
Illegals.
also,
Yeah.
you know what? You know what is so disrespectful is that they get here
You
and they
talking? You
just drop
talking?
they just drop babies and they feel like just because they drop babies, they get this right to this 14th Amendment that my Black American ancestors fought for. And they just get to claim American citizenship just because they got pregnant and happened to drop babies when they was here. That's so
I
perverted.
know it's
And what
crazy,
it,
isn't it? It's so stupid.
the original intention of that amendment to our American citizenship
I
is
know.
crazy.
I can't wait till
That,
white people
and you
give
know
us
what? And you know
another
what? To
law.
continue that
When
to this
white people
day,
give us rights, that's just everything to me. It means
right?
the
Nah,
world to
right.
me.
So
I just
to
can't wait for
consider
white people to give me another right so that they can determine everything that I am.
consider those rights, to
Man, please,
consider those
white
rights
people, I'm
and
on my hands and
still
knees
be
on my knee
anti-black.
pads. Give me
Bro,
To
some
consider
rights,
I'm
those
listening to
please.
rights
you
and
right
still
now,
be
bro.
anti-black is nuts.
Please,
And
white people,
that's
give
the
me more
reason why I
rights.
want you
Give me
out of
more
here.
rights that I'm already
Massa, give
entitled
me
That's the
to.
more
reason
rights.
why
I
you need to
need
get up
some
out of
more
here.
rights.
That's the
Why don't
reason why
you
you need
write
to
the
get up out of
rights,
here.
sir?
That's the reason why you,
Why
your
you waiting
T.O.,
on
your
Massa to
T.I.,
write the rights, sir?
you, your T.O., and your T.I. need to get up out of here.
Hold on, bro. Why in the world is you waiting on Massa to give you your right when you the one supposed to be making the law?
Thank you.
That's what he's saying.
Okay. Okay. Now, that is a
You're gonna have
disgrace.
to go. Hold on, sir. You're gonna have to go through the YT man's laws. You're gonna have to fight some of these Native Americans to get your own bag. And I already told Tariq Nasheed, dumbass, to his face, why ain't you going to attach yourself to a specific tribe? Why the hell are you claiming to be some shit that ain't got nothing to do
Wait,
with
so you're saying
affidavits, law, probate, none of that
so you're saying
shit?
that Black Americans that had no effect on the laws in this nation?
He's saying
Is that
No,
what you're
they
saying?
human
don't.
identity,
They
you go
don't.
back in time to an
Okay.
actual
Okay,
lineage.
we're in disagreement with that. That
No,
is the
you
issue.
go back in time to an actual lineage. You don't disconnect from a lineage to create a
Exactly.
new one that has nothing to
This
do with
this
legislation
lineage, this
or paper.
lineage developed this nation and the laws and the creation and also the way that you understand these laws,
Bro,
these
I
rights
just
and
made a
liberties.
live on
No,
YouTube
no,
about this
these
earlier.
rights and liberties that you all experience are a benefit that Black Americans have created for you.
Coming from a
That
35-year-old.
that is what we created. And here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. You know what? These exact levels of subjugation existed in every single third world country that we understand
You was
today.
born in
100 years. No,
1990,
no,
right?
no, no.
Yeah, he was. When I
Listen.
graduated high school.
100 years ago, 100 years ago, I'm talking 100 years ago, 100 years ago, this same level of disrespect and with difference in legislative power between ethnic groups and also between racial groups existed in every single one of the countries that these people failed and also fled from. And they didn't fight for any legislative power in those groups when they were the majority and they failed and we succeeded, and that's the reason why they're here, because they don't have the same they don't have the same they don't have the same level
We're
of
the reason
Imagine,
that
power
they're
or
here.
right or resilience that we do.
imagine you being an indigenous inhabitant that has the more and should have the jurisdiction to go wherever you want in the Americas, not just the United States, because the United States is nothing but a corporation.
Okay,
Hawaii was a hold
where would
on.
I want to go? Where would I want to go?
Hawaii was pushed into the United States, and that's all the way out there in the middle of the Pacific
Now
Ocean.
where would I want to go? Where would be better than America? Where would be
The
where would I
America
have more?
is the
Where would I
entire
have
He
more
South,
doesn't know
rights?
that,
Central,
Tyrone.
North.
Wait,
Tyrone,
where
he
would I
doesn't
have more
understand that
rights?
America
Where would
is
I
a
have more
continent.
rights?
He's
Where would
America
talking
I have
is
about
a
more rights?
United
continent, sir.
States.
Where would I have more legislative and
35 years
judicial?
old
Where
and
would I
doesn't
have more
understand the
rights?
concept of a country or
You
Where
do
would I
citizenship.
have more
hold
rights?
on, Super.
Hey,
You do know our people are
Nagal, where
right
your
there in
family from?
northern Mexico,
Nagal,
right?
wait, Tyrone. Where your family from, Nagal? Where your family from?
I'm saying you're 35 years old and you don't
Where did your
understand the difference
family
between
immigrate
a
from? Where
continent.
did your family immigrate from?
I'm from
He's
here.
still a part of the
Where did your
family. What
Bro,
are you
family
I'm
talking
still
about?
immigrate
here.
from?
I'm from here. My
Not
Where
family's
did
been
your
here.
originally.
family? I hear the ethnic um
The ethnic,
the
what? You can
accent.
hear
I hear the
ethnicity?
accent. I
I
You
hear
hear
don't
the
the
hear an
accent.
ethnic accent?
accent.
I hear an
I don't
accent.
hear an
It's not
accent.
American.
Oh
Y'all
my
ain't been here
It
for
God.
is.
hundreds
What
of
are you
Bro,
years.
talking
You
about?
will be Americanized.
bro, you are
You ain't been here for
racist
you
now.
ain't been
You're
here for hundreds
You
completely
of
don't
years.
hear
racist.
you don't hear him
You ain't
singing
been
his
here for hundreds
words,
of
dude.
years.
Bro,
I
So
don't
I'm a
your
United
family,
States
you
Marine. I was a United States Marine
you
when
ain't
you
been
were
here for hundreds
born.
of years. You ain't been here for
dude.
hundreds of years. But
Dude, why
your
Bro,
you disrespecting the vets,
accent,
bro?
your accent is not disappeared. Your
bro,
accent
seek
is not disappeared.
Heil, bro.
Where
See,
where where
you're
did your
white to
family
the core,
immigrate
bro.
from?
That's all you are. I don't
Where
care
did your
what you
family
say, boy.
immigrate from?
I
I don't
think
care what you
Where did your
say, boy.
family? Where did your
Boy, get it
family
straight. Get it
immigrate
Bro,
straight
from?
why
in your
you
head, boy.
disrespecting a
Immigrants. Where
veteran,
did your
dude?
Boy, get it
family
straight in your head,
immigrate
boy.
from?
35 years
Bro,
old.
he's
Immigrants.
from the
You ain't
US,
scratching
Where
my
bro.
did your
nuts, boy.
family immigrate from? You
Boy,
immigrant.
boy.
oh my
What
god,
third world
hey,
family
it's
did you
getting out
come
of
from?
He didn't
control.
come from a third world, bro. That's
Don't
Super.
call
crazy.
him
Bro, you
super,
being
please don't
crazy as
call him
hell,
an
bro.
immigrant.
Super, you need to
Yeah,
pull your
he's
head
an
out, bro.
immigrant.
You need
I
Super,
to
can
pull
maybe
your
hear
head
you
out
should
and
the
move
understand
to
what you're
immigrant.
talking about.
Switzerland.
I can hear the hey, I grew up around
How?
them.
How can you hear
There
an
is an
immigrant?
I can hear it. I can hear it.
How?
There's an immigrant
There's an
He's
background.
not he's
immigrant.
not singing his words.
Yeah, no, no,
I don't
no.
even
I
know
can hear it.
He
Spanish,
doesn't have a
bro.
Spanish
Hey, I can
accent.
hear it.
I don't even speak
There's an immigrant
Spanish.
background. I can hear it. There's an immigrant background.
How, nigga?
Yeah, hey, there's I knew a lot of
How,
Spanish speak
then how
Spanish.
would you feel if
Hey,
he
I
said
knew a lot
you
of
hear the
Hispanics who didn't
African in
speak
your
Spanish.
accent? How would
You know
you
what?
feel if he
I hear
said
the
that shit?
African in your voice, bro. I hear the
I'm not
African in your
fucking
voice.
African. I'm from
No,
America.
I can hear it in your
I'm
voice, bro.
American.
You know,
I'm
I can hear the
American.
slave ship in your accent,
Yeah,
bro. I
but
can
I'm
hear the slave
American.
ship there,
God,
bro.
this is
I
I
can
can
hear
hear
out
the
the
of control.
poverty.
chains,
I can
the
hear the
chains in
poverty.
the
I can
neck
hear the
braces.
third
I
world.
can
I can
hear
hear the
the neck
third
braces
world from your
jingling
country.
around and the
I can
chains
hear the
dragging
third.
behind you, bro.
I can hear the shitting on the streets from your country. I can
Django.
hear the shitting in the streets from
Django,
your
have
country.
you always been alone?
I can hear the
Bro,
lack
you
of
don't stop,
infrastructure. I
dude.
can hear the
Stop.
lack of infrastructure. I can hear the favela.
Dude, why
I can
you
hear
being
the
racist to
favela
the
from your
Lack of
country.
man?
infrastructure.
I could
The
hear
last
the favela from here.
The lack of
I hear the
infrastructure.
mango. I hear the mango I hear the
Bro,
Merengue.
Vibes, you better be
I hear the
recording this, Vibes.
merengue.
Vibes,
I
you
hear
better be recording this shit, bro.
I hear
If
the
you don't have this shit,
mecate
if I don't
or
have this
whatever
shit
the
after
hell it
this is
is.
done, you are
I
done, bro.
hear
You
the
and me got
bachata.
beef.
This
I hear
man
the,
The
said he can hear the
horchata, man.
he can hear the slave
I love
ship.
horchata, bro.
it's somewhere in there. It's somewhere in there, but it
And
ain't
you know
He
what? I'm
American.
said
eating
he can hear
watermelon
the
right now.
chains
It
rattling.
ain't. Hey, watermelon is delicious.
I'm
Okay, it's
literally
way
Bro,
eating it
you
better,
right
sound like
now.
Tariq Nasheed, dude.
way better than
I'm
monkey meat
literally eating
that
it
you
right
eat in your
now.
homeland. Yeah, delicious, right?
This is we're
Nutritious.
Tyrone. We're watching Sudan and South
Look,
Sudan right now.
look, there's my watermelon right here.
Look at
Watermelon
you.
is so good.
That's the best shit in the world. I
It's
fucking
got
love it.
Look
street
at
It
you.
is
oh.
the
It looks
best
like you
shit in the
got
world.
electricity, you got water, you got
Oh
heat.
my god.
Look at
That's
you. Look at
Seattle,
you.
bro. What are you talking about?
Look at you. Look at me
You
living
in
good.
Seattle, bro.
I'm in
Seattle.
Oregon.
Would
I'm in
never
Oregon,
would
buddy.
Oregon.
never
He is in
experience that in your
Oregon.
homeland.
I'm in
Basically.
Oregon,
Never experience
super.
that
Portland,
in your
Oregon,
homeland.
bro.
I can hear the slaves in your voice, bro. I can hear
I
the
can hear.
chains, the chains. I can hear the
Hey,
boat rocking back and
you
forth.
realize that Mexico was a slave plantation
Hey,
before
super,
America was,
super.
right?
I can hear the.
Oh,
I can hear
Bruh,
that in your voice,
bruh.
bro. I can hear it.
I hear vibes crying right now, bro.
Okay. Now I could hear the lack of an infrastructure in your country. I hear that right now.
oh.
I can hear the shitting in the streets.
Bro,
I
this
can
guy is
hear
the
the
vibes. If you don't give me
I can
this
hear
recording, bro, I'm gonna be
the
so mad at
Aztec
you, bro.
failure. I can hear the Aztec failure right now.
What?
Aztec
Aztecs are
What?
Asian, bro.
getting their heads chopped off right now.
Bruh,
Aztecs are
he's not
Asians. They're not from here.
Aztec. That's two
What?
This
different
man said he
cultures,
can hear the
bro.
boat rocking. I
Oh my
cannot.
god.
Bro, you don't know what I am, bro. I was the first human that became alive in human consciousness. Toltec, shaman, Nahual. That is what a shaman did. We're the first people to ever create language, culture, everything.
That's
Because of
before
That
the
us.
creates shit.
Aztecs. The
That
Because of
Aztecs.
us.
wait,
Because
wait,
of
wait,
us,
wait,
you
wait,
Aztecs.
have the
They
ability to
wait,
related
self
what
to the
stopped?
reflect.
damn Hopis,
Wait.
bro.
Let's think. Now,
No, think, bro. You don't think. That's your
What
problem.
stopped y'all from creating today in American society? What stopped that? What
Bruh.
happened? What
What
happened in the
happened?
They
last
did. You
600
heard of the
years?
Mississippians?
No. What happened in the last 600 years that stopped y'all from creating? We've been creating since slavery.
Bro, they didn't stop.
We've been creating during slavery.
Cowboys, dude.
We have 50,000 patents in this country today.
Hey, hey,
What
super.
have you created?
Super.
Hey, let me. You guys want to know something
Name
cool?
an invention
I
that came
am
from your
from the
culture.
South,
Name an invention
where
that came from your culture, Nagal. Name an invention. What y'all created that we use today?
Human consciousness.
no, seriously,
This motherfucker
Agriculture.
said thought. He said y'all been thinking.
Agriculture.
Y'all
you
been
guys.
thinking like
Aqueducts.
us.
My
I'm
people
gonna
have
tell you something.
Y'all
the
been
whole reason the
thinking.
The
entire world
concept of
eats
We created
zero.
thinking.
The
the concept
concept
that
of
there's a concept
zero
that
in
you
we
can
math.
created. We created a concept. What the fuck?
Of zero in math. Yeah, the
Has
zero.
anybody
we
taken a
created.
DNA test?
We
Has
created
anybody taken a DNA test and seen
hyperbole. This motherfucker
indigenous
said.
and
we
seen
want to take a DNA test, love. I proven that's eugenics social engineering platform by
Yeah,
the
it is.
literature itself.
It is.
I
so
have the
check this
scientific
out
literature,
though.
the historical literature
I
to
took in the
substantiate that
DNA
fact.
test
We
and
created
it's
a
not there to tell
possibility.
nobody
We
anything.
created.
Let me tell you something. My DNA says I have indigenous old school blood in my DNA. But I
Well,
am from the South and we do have indigenous American in our family.
yes, I believe you're indigenous, 100%. I would never doubt that.
Yeah, I'm down here from where the Indian, like, there's an Indian museum like an hour away from me.
Yeah, no, if you went to my page, you would see nothing but historical accounts, genetic literature, archaeological literature that supports what you just said. That so-called black people are absolutely 100% indigenous to this continent.
For sure.
Okay. Now, Tootie. Okay. So, would you consider yourself the exact same people as those people from
Yes.
back 100 years ago?
Yes.
Listen, I'm
How?
from the South, right? Like
Okay.
the
Okay.
Southeast, where a lot of the a lot where a good majority of the recognized tribes are from, right? But there's hundreds and hundreds of other tribes that would unrecognized.
The truth is,
But
Super, that as an indigenous person, we made no philosophical or linguistic
Don't
distinction.
interrupt Tootie. Don't
Shut up,
interrupt
bro.
Tootie. Let her talk.
Shut
Let her
up.
talk.
I'm talking.
Let Tootie
I'm
talk. Let
talking.
Tootie
He got the
talk.
talking stick, dude.
So
Let
you'll
So what I'm
find a
saying
lot
is,
of
Tootie talk. I
people.
was asking Tootie a question. Let her finish.
You'll find a lot of people from where I'm from have indigenous blood. I think they're lying and they're sliding the test, but it's there. But
They are lying.
yeah.
But
But
Nagu got the
but
talking stick.
like we have genealogy people in our family and they do DNA and everything, so we know exactly where we come from. But yeah.
what I was saying is that indigenous people, we made no philosophical or linguistic distinction between ourselves, plants, or animals. So all of these categorizations and legal statuses that Super is mentioning, these are modern constructs that were put together by YT people. So when you say, Tootie, that you are indigenous, I support you. Not only that, my entire life is dedicated towards protecting indigenous identity, which is
Oh.
why I would never make a distinction between yourself and myself. I don't see black or brown. We are indigenous under that one umbrella, and that's what I'm here.
OG
Like,
boy.
yes,
That's
absolutely,
why
100%.
that's going up
No,
every
we're
time.
different. We're
I'm gonna tell you
different.
what. Did you guys used to get the census papers?
Ooh, don't get me started on census.
They were looking for Indian. Let me tell you something. I remember filling my grandma. I would be like, "Grandma, do we have to fill these papers out?" They were looking for Indians for a long fucking time down here, and I'm talking about they still send these census papers out looking for Indians.
I don't
Wait,
doubt it.
Tootie, do you know that a bunch of Native Black Americans were reclassified as Negro, like in the like 1950s?
Yeah, I know that.
Right. So what do you think separates you from those people who are reclassified as Negro, and then also those people who came over in slave ships?
So what are you saying?
Like,
Yeah. So
yeah, like
I'm,
There were
do you think
Indians
there's some sort
carried
of
over here in
the
mix?
slave
gag
ships.
is
Or do you think
if you
that
trick
you're
a
part of those
people into
people? What
telling
is it?
them that they're not from a place, then they're not going to be inclined to fight for it when you're taking it. Are they?
Thank
That's
you.
all.
Exactly.
I'm
Super,
talking 200 years ago, nearly, right?
super. Have you ever heard of David Eltis?
No, I
He
haven't.
hasn't.
So
He's the
basically,
founder. Hold on,
I doubt
he's the
it. I
founder.
have.
He's the founder of slavevoyages.org. And I have an interview on my platform that specifically states in 1870 they had a census, the
Hmm.
United States Census, and they said there was 4 million so-called slaves over here in the United States. Less than 1% of them were from Africa. The rest
Right.
were born in the United
I agree
States,
with that.
and meaning they're not slaves. They
what's
never was
I
slaves.
agree with that.
So
what's
how
the
can you claim that all these
significance
people
that?
that are here are African?
I've never
Exactly.
said that.
And
I
if
Yes, you
you
literally
did.
never
actually
said that.
study DNA, it
Hey,
also
wait, wait.
says that you would have lost that African in recombination.
Okay,
So
okay.
why are you
Now,
talking about some? How would they
where,
distinct
wait, wait, wait,
the
wait.
people from the
Where did I
ship?
ever say? Wait, where did I ever say that I was African?
You
When did
said
I ever say
slaves.
that?
That's what you were claiming, that people are slave
No, no,
ships that
no,
came over on
no, no.
slave
I
ships.
never said that. You said that. I
No,
never
you
said
said
that.
that just a
Oh,
second
you
ago.
have, sir,
No, no,
because you
no.
haven't thought
I said,
beyond what
what is
Tony
the
Chi
likelihood?
says.
The likelihood of those people never intermixing with those people to whatever degree.
We
More
wouldn't
than
know unless
likely.
you got the documentation that
Hey,
people
don't
stay
either way. You know
monoracial.
what? You know what? Either way, no whatever percentage it is that is a mix or possibly isn't a mix, I don't care. I'm Black American in today's society and also culturally in American society. And that's the only thing that I care about. I'm a Black American, and our history and our culture in this country and development of this history and this culture in this country has a long standing history. And that's the only thing that I care about. Everything else, hey, semantics. You can argue with it all the way that you want. I don't care about Africa. I don't care about these Native American tribes, none of that shit. They ain't contributed nothing as great as what we contributed to this country today.
So what is a Black American?
That's what I'm wondering myself.
It's a Black
Hold on,
American.
sir.
It's a Black American. It's
Hold
a
on.
Black American.
You
No,
said
no,
you
no.
keep
Wait,
saying
no, now,
semantics. Hold
okay.
on, sir.
Now, okay. Now tell me, okay.
Hold on, because
Here's the
y'all never
definition.
have
Here's the
defined what
definition.
black meant.
Tell me what is a Native American.
No, no,
Hold on.
he asked you a question. Say what Black
So,
American is.
what is a
Okay,
Black
so you guys,
American?
let me
Because
ask you a question.
historically, can I say this right
Can I
quick,
ask you
Tootie?
guys a
Okay.
question? So my
Yeah.
husband is Puerto Rican, right? And I gifted him a DNA kit, and he came back that he had like indigenous Taino, Indian in his blood. Does anybody know? And from what I understand, they wiped them the fuck out. But does anybody know any history of the Taino Indians?
Yeah, I do that. I have a lot of literature that actually counters what you just stated. They weren't really wiped out; they were just reclassified via paperwork.
Yeah.
Really?
Remix. Yes.
Yeah, they were originally like Arawak.
Taino Lucayan.
Marvin. They were originally what?
Lucayan Arawak.
Yeah, Rukayan or Arawak, which is
Parian.
the Taino is a Spanish term that was assigned to them to
So
reclassify them.
basically, my husband could like register as an Indian, but they reclassified so people couldn't claim, I guess, the reparations that they were giving Native Americans, right?
Right. So that's why the Act of 1866 was created so that they could eliminate the quote black people, the black culture that began as the original Amerindians. Native Americans is a new term for Asians that came across and have been reclassified to take over their identities.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you what's really fucked up. Where I live down here in the southeast, that's where they had those contracts to give like Indians casinos and stuff. Guess who are the Indians that inherited those casinos? We call them Porch Creek Indians because they're all white people.
Yes,
They
ma'am.
claim to they reclass. So what? Based on what you're saying, they reclassified real Indians, right? And I guess white people. I think back then they were like pay. I think they said they paid people like $1 to
Yeah,
$5
$5 Indians. Yes.
yeah, to put their name on a list, and all the white people own the casinos, but they're supposed to be Native American. You know,
It's even more wicked than that, ma'am. It's what happened is when they came over here, not a lot of the tribes practiced hierarchical systems of philosophy, so they didn't actually have chiefs per se. The hierarchical structures weren't necessarily dominant in like the cultural decisions, but they were eventually the YT people made people chiefs so that they could begin hierarchical structuring and eventually eliminate anybody else's say in the matter.
damn. So they started the tribalism.
Correct.
They so fucking evil.
Oh, they're even worse than that. I mean, I literally said to Super before, I have accounts where they actually held indigenous peoples a pew-pew to their head and held their hand and made their hand sign an X on the contract to sign over their land. I have accounts of this, many of them.
They're
Okay.
starting to make a lot of documentaries about this. Did you see the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? And
Yes.
did you see that?
Yes. That's the
Killers of the Flower Moon.
there you go.
That
It's a
shit
great
was
example.
so fucked up.
You can
But
see how they
anyway,
were
I don't
implementing.
want Super to escape what I asked him.
Please.
I asked him, what is a black?
Marvin,
Because y'all haven't
he said
defined what it
Taino
was.
Indians.
No. Let me give it to you. Let me give it to you. You asked me a question.
Hold
Let me give
on.
it to you.
Yeah, what is a black?
A black American is a non-immigrant black American. That is it.
By colonial
A
and
native,
also
a
legal
native,
definition, what
no,
is a black?
native to the country, established as America. They're native, and also foundation, a foundation to the creation of this country.
So outside of what you define what it was and what Tariq Nasheed says it is,
No,
what is a
that has
black?
nothing to do with
Hold on,
anybody else
sir.
defines
Hold
what it
on,
is.
sir.
It's
Hold
what
on.
logically makes sense to
Bro,
what it
chill.
is.
I want you to answer my question from what you read from legal paperwork and probate affidavits, also in legal terms, and
Okay.
when it pertains to Negroes obtaining reparations. What does black mean?
Okay. Now, legally, black and Negro were interchangeable words at a certain point in time, and also were not identifiers at a certain point in time. Those classifications changed over time, and also those identifiers changed over time. But even still, Black Americans have always defined, especially for ourselves and other groups of people who would classify themselves as Negro or Black, either today in America or across the globe. We've defined those things in America, and everybody else has followed. Today, we're going to define it as people who are not immigrants to the native country of America. And all that is going to continue, whether you like it or not.
So you said people who are not immigrants to America are what black is.
Black people. who are not immigrants to
So
the
Right,
did you
but
know
country
that
of America.
super.
Negro and Black or Noir applied to indigenous Americans that are
No, it don't.
from the United States and also outside of the United
Yeah.
States?
What people who are identified as Negro
Identified
or
by
Black.
whom? Identified by whom? That's what I want to know.
Okay,
That's
no,
what
no,
I'm.
no, no. Think about it.
Europeans.
Oh, wait, JJ, good question. Great question. Because racial identifiers are phenotypic, right?
No,
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 those
it
are not
is. No,
no.
no, no.
phenotypic.
See,
It
that's
actually
where you
is.
messed up. No, they're not.
No,
No,
it actually
no,
is.
no, no, no,
Come on,
no,
Jay.
no. That's
Okay.
no. Now it's time for
Give
me
it
to
to me.
speak.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Okay. First of all, there's two different things. You have a phenotypic usage and you have a legal usage. The legal term Negro has nothing to do with phenotype. You could look like Donald Trump and be classified as Negro in this country, depending on what jurisdiction and their rules. So that's not true
Okay.
what you just
What are
said.
Latinos? What are Latinos?
Again, that's a legal classification too.
No, it
Also
ain't. It's
classified
not
as
a
Yes, it
people.
no.
is.
It's
It is.
not a
They're all
racial.
legal
No. It's not a
classifications,
racial
bro.
classification. What is it?
They're all legal classifications.
It's not a racial legal classification. What is it?
Illegal.
Depending on what jurisdiction you're
No,
in,
no, no. No,
super.
tell me.
Depending on what
Tell me.
jurisdiction you're
Tell
in,
me.
Yes,
No,
yes,
no,
yes,
no.
Poppy.
depending
No,
on what
wait, no,
jurisdiction you're
papi.
in,
Negro.
No, papi.
it's not a
Papi, I know black. No,
no.
papi. Papi, I know
It's
black.
it's not
Papi,
a
I know
no.
black. I know black, papi. I know black, papi.
It's not a
What are you talking about?
no.
It's
Black,
not
black,
no,
black,
no, no, no,
papi.
sir.
The dude
Latino.
who
What is Latino, papi? What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's not a no. Latino, depending on what jurisdiction you in, is a racial classification. So that's not true what you're saying.
Okay.
It depends
No,
on
no.
it depends on what government agency, what
LULAC.
jurisdiction is
What is
making the
that? What is
classifications.
LULAC? What is LULAC?
What is
You know
who?
what the def LULAC.
You said blue black?
LULAC. Lu.
Lulac? What are you talking about?
What is
Lulac.
that?
He's talking about the
What is that?
Lulac people that was in the Latinos that said they identified as YT.
No. That word, no,
I
it's
mean,
not
the
just because of it's just the Latinos who identified as YT. It is
Yeah, they are.
actually
Those are
no.
those
It's
it
people
was
that
no. It's not
identified as
just no.
YT.
You want to segregate them into this like
YT
one
and
organization?
blackness is the same
No.
thing. Did you
Like
not
they
know
didn't.
that Blanco is the same
You
thing as
want to put
black?
you want to put
Hold
them
on,
into
sir.
this
Hold on, sir.
category.
Do you not know that
They have
Blanco?
historical precedence
Hold on. Did you
on
know
what the
that
culture.
the Spanish word?
They have
Hold on.
historical precedence
Hold
on
on. Hold
what
on.
is
Here's the
classified
kicker.
as.
Here's the kicker.
They have a historical precedence on what is
Hey,
classified.
hold on. Tyrone, go ahead and land. I'm gonna let Jay finish his point, but
They have defined that. They actually defined that in
Okay,
Latino.
super chill.
Wait, no, am I wrong? Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I right?
That's only a few. So
Wait, no,
again,
it's a
did you
few.
not hold on? God damn, sir, chill. Don't get your panties in a wad. So did you know that in the Spanish word white is blanco, right? But in English, it's black, right? So that goes to show you right there that black means
I always say that,
bleach.
Tyrone.
It
Go
means
ahead.
pale. It's the same thing as
What?
white. White as in WIGHT. That's the same meaning as black.
Bruh.
Like a white walker of
You
Game
can't
of
give me that.
Thrones. Hold
I'm
on,
not-
sir.
I'm
It's the
moving
same
on.
thing. Do
It's
you
called
not know
etymology.
linguistics?
Blanco?
It's called etymology.
It's called etymology, sir.
You gonna lend your argument on Blanco?
Yeah, it's called
Look at the root
etymology.
word of
It's bleach.
Blanco.
The
Go
root
look
word
at
is
it.
bleach.
Okay, whatever.
It's all right. It's okay. You
The
don't know
quet
coded
and all that.
language.
English word is actually
Exactly.
blank. Is the what you're talking about?
Blank, bleach,
Blank,
to
bleach,
burn.
Blanco. I mean,
Now,
the
what
example that they
Bright.
have up there is ash. Like
what is
ash, how it could
negative?
turn black to white.
Ashen.
Right.
Yeah.
So okay. So from that is exact
That's
same etymology. What is negro?
So Negro in itself, it came from Solam
Not
Negro.
negro.
It's the same
Negro, it
shit.
That
came
is
from
Super. You're
That
just
exact same
pronouncing it
language.
differently. That's all
Exactly.
you're doing.
Negro
That
is
It's
exact
spelt the
same
same.
language.
It's
That
done
same
everything the
language.
same.
Same Spanish definition. What the definition of blanco is, and from that same definition, negro came from that as
Yeah,
well.
it was reduced to
Why is there a
in
property.
itself,
difference?
it
It was
came
Why is
reduced
there
to
a difference?
property. That's
Why
what
is
it
there a
was.
difference?
Okay.
Why is there a difference?
exactly.
Why is there a difference,
So
Tyrone? Why is there a
historically,
difference?
hold on. Why is the difference? Because historically, when they were using the term Negro, it came off of them comparing people within North Africa, such as the Moors, such as these people that came from once
And what did
called
they look like?
Ethiopia.
The
Who did the
Hold
Moors?
Morenos.
on, if you
And
look
what
at
did the
the early
Morenos look like?
dictionaries, hold on,
Go
sir,
ahead, Tyrone.
chill.
I know, super chill, please. Let everybody
God
talk,
damn, you
man.
don't even know
You're
your own
over talking
history.
now.
You didn't even research these dictionaries. If you look in these older dictionaries from the 1500s, they literally break it down to you. You probably can't read it because the spelling is off, but they literally spell it out for you. How they evolved the term Negro, it came from the scientific word Solum Negro. That's the nightshade berry. So what Europeans use as an identifier for describing people that came from what we call Africa today, back then it wasn't called Africa, it was called Ethiopia. But at that time, because it was a Greco-Roman name. But when we look into it, they were comparing people to nightshade berries, such as the Moors. They call these people Moriscos, Morris, and all that
The
stuff.
Blackamoors,
Yeah,
right?
the Blackamoors and all that.
I'm going
But
to
it
fall asleep. You're going to
evolved.
keep deflecting. When it
It's
comes to
not
Blanco,
okay,
what is the
dude. I'm not
correlation?
deflecting at
And we're
all
not going to
because
go
you
back
haven't
and
read.
explain
You
that to you
haven't
Okay,
again,
go,
researched
super.
go back to Blanco.
etymology.
Blanco. Now explain the Blanco thing.
We
Okay, the
just did.
Blanco thing.
We
I
did.
just did.
You
It
did.
can't
Don't. You don't
tell
have to
me.
No,
I
no,
repeat
gotta
no,
yourself,
no,
read.
Tyrone.
no.
You don't have to
Now
repeat yourself.
tell me
Go
how
look
does
it up. Go look it
Blanco
up, super.
and
I'm
tell me how does
gonna let
Blanco
Jay
and
speak.
Negro exist in
I'm
the
gonna let
exact
Jay
same
speak on
language?
this.
Jesus
Jay,
Christ.
you
Okay.
didn't get to finish your thought because super kept interrupting. Did you want to land a point,
Yeah,
Jay?
what I was going to say is that I was trying to point out that he kept saying it's phenotypic, and I'm like, that's not the legal, the legality of it has nothing to do with phenotype. That's something that's like your street definition, but that's not. You could be classified as anything and look any type of way. So I don't know where you're getting that from. If that's what you want the definition of black to be, then that's one thing, but that's not what is the case currently in law. And the law is the only thing that determines what status you're going to be placed in this country, not what you want yourself to be placed in.
All right. Thank you for that, Jay.
Jay literally cooked with that one because
Yeah.
it deals with
he
three.
was he was patiently waiting too. That's why I'm super. You got to be patient too, man. We can't be over talking. We got to let
I'm
everybody.
being patient,
Yeah.
bro.
I know it feels like we're jumping you right now. I know you
There's
feel.
certain
It feels like
questions that
you're getting
I
picked
asked, and I'm
on.
trying to re-answer it. You know what?
No, you good. No. Go ahead. We're gonna have an open panel again, but you guys keep it reasonable.
All right, okay. So Jay, if it's not phenotypical, how do we identify people who are considered Black Americans versus people who are considered Indian Americans, people who are considered Latino Americans, people who are considered Nigerian Americans, people considered
That's easy.
what is wait no let Jay
It's
answer.
easy. All you gotta
Interrupt Jay.
do is
Don't
go
interrupt Jay.
by
If it's
your
not
fucking
phenotypical,
tribe.
it's not okay. Okay,
Go
but
by your
let
tribe,
Jay.
sir.
Okay, is
Go by your
Jay
ethnic group.
tribal? Is Jay tribal? Jay, you tribal?
Yes, we are. You
So
trying to
super,
be
when you
tribal with
say
FBA?
super, what do you mean when you say how to identify? What do you mean by the word
No,
identify?
no. How do you no the entire purpose of race was meant to identify people. I personally do not. I'm just arguing. What is the word? Devil's what is it called?
Devil's
Devil's
advocate.
advocate. Yeah, sort of thing. Like I'm just arguing for the sake of argument, right? I
Mm-hmm.
personally don't identify with anything when it comes to race. I don't think it may race is a pseudoscience. Personally, that's the way that I think of it. But the way that it was originally intended, the only thing that I personally identify with is ethnic background, national background, cultural background. And all those other things are just phenotypic identifiers, and those are the things what race is categorized as. But if we're going to argue it, that's the
Well,
reason why it was created,
right,
because you can
but if you were
phenotypically
saying was
identify
true,
people.
but super, if what you were saying was true, then you wouldn't have all these court cases on the state level and federal level, or people sued to be considered a certain race, right? If it was just a matter of phenotype, then people say, "Well, this is what your race is what you look like."
Mhm.
Then, so how are
Right.
you suing to be? How is a Punjabi Indian suing in Supreme Court in
Ex-
1920 to be considered white
No,
if you look like your
Tyrone.
race, right?
Okay,
So
so
that's why we
now,
know that's
no,
not true. It's based on what
so
the government decides in law.
wait. Exactly. So now, how do we get Latinos suing to be classified as Caucasian? How to
First of
get
all, well, first of all, in 1848, during the Mexican-American War, the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo specified that all Mexicans in America, in the United States, would be classified as white. First of all, so there was no need to sue.
No.
That's why when you say
The
Latino,
suing, no. The suing was for them to recognize
they
that.
didn't sue though, bro. That's what I'm saying.
No,
You got to be
they
careful.
actually did. They actually did.
Listen to me. You keep saying Latino. There's Latino and there's Mexican. Mexicans never had to be sued since 1848.
Okay, you know what?
Mexicans were considered white. Since 1848, according to the United States government, Mexicans were classified as white because of the Naturalization Act of 1795, which only allowed free white persons to immigrate into the United States, they could immigrate, whereas other people like the Chinese couldn't because of the Exclusion Act of 1882. So that's what I'm saying. You kept saying Latino, though. That's a totally different concept that didn't develop until 1980.
It bridged over into Latino. And here's why I'm saying that is because of that legislative precedent, a lot of Latinos classify themselves as Caucasian today. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans today who have Native American or indigenous backgrounds who consider themselves to be Caucasian. On their IDs today, it says Caucasian or white.
But they also got African ancestry as well.
Yeah. But even still, a good portion of them. Most,
Did you
like, I
invite
ain't
me
gonna
back,
lie. When it comes to, like, I'll say, like I said, I'm
Yeah, I
just
thought we
talking
dropped
about,
you,
like,
Judy. Sorry.
when I
I
say
didn't mean to.
culturally, I'm just
Oh,
talking
you're
about, like,
good.
culturally, black people like hot sauce sort of thing. Most of us
Not with
do,
this
not
hot
all
sauce
of us don't.
reference, nigga.
But I'm just saying it to use it as a good point. Most of us like hot sauce. It's a good point. No, is it
Nigga,
not
you
a good
have
point?
got to stop saying
Right, and whatever they
Why?
consider
Is it not?
themselves.
Wait.
that.
Is it not a
Keep
good point?
using hot sauce as a
Most of y'all
reference.
like
Bro, you was
Sazon
not
sauce.
eating with
Wait.
that.
Most Latinos like Sazon sauce. Is that not? Is that okay for
Well,
y'all?
First of all,
man, you
Sazon
can't
is not
Some
conflate
sauce.
motherfuckers like
two things.
Sazon.
Stop it.
This shows really the extent of his
This
knowledge when
motherfucker
it comes
got
to
me
Sazon is not even
dying
a sauce,
laughing.
but
Most
anyway,
y'all love
What?
Sazon.
Tapatio, you got it
That's
wrong.
facts.
It's
That's bro.
Tapatio.
Nah,
What you
that's
talking
that's
about?
not a
sauce, bro. Man,
sauce.
that's like
It's
tapatio.
Oh,
Nigga,
the
not a,
Tapatio.
it's
It's a
seasoning.
not
Y'all like the
seasoning.
what?
Sazon season. Y'all like that orange ass
You
seasoning.
talking about
Okay.
Goya
It's
powder.
not orange
I
either,
love
but
it. It like Goya
this
too.
guy, bro.
Hey,
Wait,
there you
bro.
go.
Hold on,
There
That's
wait,
you
bro.
that's
go.
What
They
up, bro?
love
How
the
you doing, family?
that's
Sazon
real,
and the
bro.
What's
Goya.
up with you
They
now,
love
God,
the
bro?
Sazon.
All
Chilling,
right,
Love
all
family.
right.
Nice to
Let's
see
Lowry's.
you.
let's
We
let's have
love
some
Lowry's
decorum.
with
Let's
hot sauce.
introduce the new guest. Ron, what's up? And Black, Ron, you go first, and then Black. We'll get your guys' thoughts. So you guys can chime in.
Bro, are you mixing sazon with tajin, bro?
No,
What the-
you mixing they like Sazon, they like Tajín, they like hot sauce too.
You
They
talking
like
about
salsa.
Tapatio?
Yeah, they like Tapatio too. What you talking about? It's in there. I know these people. What
What's
you
the
talking about?
comparison? What's the comparison?
I think he was just having fun about
Okay,
the Sazon
Latinos
thing.
like hot and Negroes like hot. What you mean?
Yeah, exactly. I know what I'm talking about. Like I'm not accurate. That's the thing. Don't act like I'm not accurate.
You're not.
you seem to
I,
be
You don't
I
very
know the
just
difference between a
you
Latino and a
and a
Mexicano. You don't know
Mexican,
that.
yeah, because you
Exactly.
like mixing it. You're like,
yeah.
Yeah,
oh, they're
yeah,
all the
that's
same.
All
No,
true.
they're
y'all the
not,
same
though.
to
That's the
me.
thing.
Y'all just light and dark Latinos.
No, because they're not
No,
treated the same
No,
at
they're
all.
not.
That's the
I don't
point.
care.
You keep
Hey,
You don't know
yeah,
the difference between
you
a
focused
legal
on like what
status.
you want it to be, bro. Like that's not how it
as a Black
is.
American, I don't care.
that's
Y'all all
I
You
know
like
don't
you
have to
don't, and
care. It
that's the
doesn't
but
point.
that's
matter.
but
You
that's
don't
but
have
that's
to.
like calling
I don't care. I don't
all of
care.
us That's like calling all of us Americans English, bro, just
Hey,
because we speak
I don't care.
English.
I don't care. It is
He
what it is.
doesn't care.
I'm
That's the
ignorant.
That's
point.
the
He
issue.
doesn't
You
know.
don't
America.
care,
He doesn't
Super.
I'm
care.
gonna I'm gonna be
It's
American level
disingenuous.
ignorant. I don't care. It is what it
You're
Yeah,
is.
he doesn't
Y'all
brainwashed,
care.
bro.
y'all
That's all.
all size their own level, Tapatio level,
Like
salsa level.
Bruh, you
I
gotta
don't care.
reword your language. That's the problem with
the only place
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen this type of
y'all keep
behavior,
working
But
it up,
y'all
man.
You a mild sauce,
specifics.
man. No spice in your sauce, Super.
bro.
You
Exactly.
can't
I
even
He's
love
take the
white
mild
heat.
vinegar, bro.
sauce.
You
He's
can't
white
take
vinegar.
the
That's
heat
all he
out
is.
the
Hey,
kitchen.
mild sauce in Chicago is
What's up,
entirely
man?
different thing. Mild sauce means something entirely different, and it is a very
Mambo
good in a
sauce.
sauce.
Bro, I don't trust anything you say, Super.
Hey, but I fuck with mild sauce in Chicago.
Named after a taco from Taco Bell, man. You probably think that's Mexican food.
He ain't
All right,
Brother
actually
don't know
had
shit, bro.
authentic carne asada.
Not to the carne asada, that's for sure.
Hey,
Ron, go ahead and land your
carne
point, and then I'm
asada
gonna
in
let
the
Black
US.
land his point.
I mean, yeah, bro. I just wanted to know what he was talking about, what he was trying to compare it to. That's all I
He's
was
trying to
wondering.
say that the hot sauce, there's a like every what did he say, Trudy? And that
So
made
he's
sense,
basically
right?
saying
Wait, how
like
you gonna ask her to
how.
be?
No, I want to ask Trudy because she laughed at it, she understood it, and I laughed at it
So
too.
the
But
reference
how? No,
was
I want to ask Trudy, how is he conflating that with his point, though? You feel me?
right. He was basically saying, I'm sorry. Basically, like how you can, you
Too drunk.
basically.
Let
I'm
me
not
get my
drunk,
point
bro. You
across.
were generalizing. That's what you were doing.
Let
You
me
were
get my
saying
point.
just
Yeah,
like to
because
hot,
it's a
hot sauce is
cultural
to.
generalization.
Super. Let her speak.
I know he doesn't let anybody talk. Basically, that's you used it as a generalization.
Me? I'm gonna let somebody talk
Shut your
about
mouth,
me.
Super.
Why would I let somebody talk?
Super, because she gets
That-
it. And she's not going to talk around the point. She's going to get to the point. Go ahead, Trudy.
You used it as a reference, like how it's associated. Hot sauce is associated with black people, even though we all don't use it. Like racism is associated with Hispanic people. Like they're all not racist, but they're like culturally racist.
Thank you.
Do you get it, Ron?
Yeah, I get it now. Yeah, I was
But
just
when you
I
say
just
it
wanted
out
to get.
loud, it really doesn't make sense. When you say it without all the extra
Really?
words.
That's why I was confused.
Right.
That's why I was
Again, I'm
confused.
gonna let Ron. I'm gonna let Ron land his point. He never got that. He just wanted to get context. We gave him
Yeah.
context. Now go ahead, Ron, and I'll go to
But
Black.
no, I'm gonna just land. I'm gonna just land it right here by saying, bro, you gotta learn how to word your sentences better. You probably don't give a shit, bro. I'm just saying though. But that's where everybody be getting mixed up, bro. Your choice of words are terrible, bro. That's all I'm saying.
All right, thank you, Ron. Go ahead, Black. You up, man?
I heard some
Welcome to the
pretending
panel,
and
bro.
shit. I heard some pretending and shit earlier.
I knew that's why you'd be up here, but you outnumbered right now, Black.
I already know. There's probably only one or two people on my side, but
Some Pan African
I got your back,
and
but
African stuff up here too. Like, what's
listen,
your
man.
tribe in Africa, sir?
Listen, man. What's your
Are you
tribe?
from the Congo?
What is your tribe, brother?
My tribe is Muskegee. And what's your Congo?
Muskegee.
Are you one of
That's your
them
tribe? That's your
Hadza?
tribe? Is that a,
Sir,
is
are
that
you
your
one of
tribe?
them Hadza monkey eaters?
Is that your tribe?
Yes, sir. Are you a Hadza monkey eater, sir?
Since that's your tribe. That's your tribe.
Sir, what's your tribe in Africa, sir? I have yet to find a true Pan Africanist that found their African tribe via paperwork.
I'm interested myself.
Yeah, we're interested. Tell us, Black.
Honestly, I don't even know why there's a Mexican trying to help a fake black Native American.
What you mean
Claim
fake black Native American? There are no fake black
you're a
tribes.
fake black Native
How if
American
they all said that we're uncultured Indians?
Mexican Native
How
American
if your YT
helping
Massa
you
said how if your
argue
Massa
with
I'm
people.
not
how if
helping
your
You.
him.
I'm
Massa
not talking
said
about
Relax.
you.
See,
I ain't
it's
talking
gonna
about
get
you.
it's gonna get a
I
little
ain't talking
tense
about
because
you. I'm talking about
Black's
not
my
wild.
friend. Black's my
I'm talking
homie.
about
All
not
right.
wild.
You know what, Black? I heard you say you FBA today. I'm not gonna lie. So you
You know what that
already
is?
had me at that.
And you know what that is, bro?
That's
That's
Super.
called.
Super. He's the FBA, man.
You know
He's
what
the
that's
Super
called?
You said
FBA.
I'm half FBA, half
That
You know what?
flag,
Jamaican.
he
You
ain't
know what that's
FBA.
called? You know what that's
He's
called,
not
vibes?
FBA
What's
without
up,
that
Black?
flag.
That's
anchor
called.
baby?
What's up, Black?
Anchor baby?
Stop it, Tyrone.
Unless one of his parents is
Because I know you took
FBA,
my
he
mod
not.
powers away, but
Did I?
you
No,
know,
I'll give them
you
back.
know
Oh,
what?
I
snap.
took everybody's mods,
But
except
look, you
today
know
on
what
this
that's
thing.
called? You know what that's called? It's called
What's
being
up?
smart. It's called being smart.
You have all your mod powers,
They
by the
all
way.
thought I was FBA,
So you
and I
threw them off? You were lying?
duh.
All
That's
right.
why. That's why it was about
You
like.
threw me off, Black. You threw me off today.
Why you
I'm
think
not
there
gonna
was
lie.
about 20 FBA in there, thinking that I was on their side until they seen the Jamaican flag, and once I started talking.
The line tether. That
Behind
is
enemy lines.
culturally
Black said
accurate.
behind enemy lines.
Culturally accurate. Hey, that's
Literally.
a hot sauce
Look, man,
level
I don't
cultural accuracy.
And hold
That's a
on,
hot sauce
vibes.
level
go
cultural
The
ahead.
accuracy,
definition of
bro. Hey,
FBA
Tootie,
is foundational Black
you see the
American,
cultural
right?
Right,
accuracy here?
right.
So
Well,
foundational
let's
Black
just
American,
concentrate our efforts. Look, I always
Yeah,
want
that
to
was
make.
kind of fucked
I,
up too.
I
foundational
want.
Black
Real
American
talk.
would be half of my family, right?
Right.
All right,
Well, I
so
mean, Black
if we
Americans,
No,
right?
pretend
is it?
if
Wait,
we
wait, is it
Exactly.
claim
though?
pretend,
I
how
do want to
come your
say this.
master said we unquestionably Indian, sir? How your master say we Indian?
The blood of the southern. What does that
Negro
say?
is the blood of the Southern Negro is unquestionably Indian.
I'm telling y'all.
Bro,
19th
I
I
got.
don't,
annual
I
report.
don't.
I'm telling y'all.
Listen,
That shit is in my
We
there
don't
blood.
is no
subscribe to your
fucking blood
Bantu
test in
P and
18. Oh,
stuff,
like, what are you
sir.
fucking
Source up,
talking
Black.
about?
Source up. Let me see. Let
Source
me see your
up,
source.
dude.
I
I
already
never seen it
have.
sourced up.
I already
I
have.
never seen you present
I
any
already
source.
have defeated these people many
Y'all,
Defeated
let me tell you
where?
times.
something. Where I
I've
live,
already have
I
gotten
get.
tired
Defeated
of doing
where,
it.
sir?
Listen,
Aware
where
on
I
my
live, it's
page.
so many
On
trails
my
Oh, you
and
want to see
page.
another
parks.
YT
social
man say we
activism?
On my
Indian?
page. I've
You want
already
to see another
talking.
YT man
How you
say
I've
gonna
we
already have
Indian?
how
talking
you
to
gonna
I thought
all
defeat
of these
I thought we
pretenders.
were gonna
how you gonna defeat
allyship against
cultural
White
I
FBA.
have
man.
talking
But
to
I
all
feel,
of
I
historians
these
feel like
pretenders.
it's
and written down
All of these
historical
pretenders I
facts.
have
No,
talking to, and
seriously.
we have broken you
What you
down.
what did you get that from, Tyrone? Because where I
Some
live,
bullshit. He got some
it's
screenshots that he
nah
pull
the
up
fuck
every
he
day.
didn't. Black, you don't know what the fuck you talking
Yes,
So
about.
I
That's
William
do.
goofy
Pitt,
ass.
Yes, I
I got
do.
I
here's
live
Fuck
your
is
down
you
here.
talking
slave
about?
master right
Indian
here
names
saying
are
we
every
Indian.
fucking where. It's on
You're
everything.
not an
When I
Indian.
walk my trail,
Yeah, we
the
are.
trail that
No,
I
you're
walk
not. What, the
Yeah,
Trail of
we
is
are.
Tears?
Indian name.
What is the
The
Trail of
what?
Tears?
Yeah,
Hey, you're
it's
not
literally the
Jamaican.
fucking
Negroes
Trail of
were on
Tears,
the
Shut
Trail of
up.
dummy.
Tears.
I don't want to hear none of
You
your
shut
shit.
up,
Black,
bitch.
you
Don't
ain't
tell me to
Jamaican.
shut up.
Black, you're not Jamaican though. You ain't
Okay.
Jamaican.
Okay.
Super
yeah. Hey,
ignorant.
You
Black,
ain't even
Okay.
in the
Black,
argument.
focus on
Came from
Super,
That's the
man.
Ireland.
thing. I don't get offended
Swag,
Focus
I
on
don't get
swag
Super.
came
offended
from
by
We
y'all
coming
Ireland.
saying
at
I'm
you,
not
dog.
Jamaican
Super
because
Swag
I know what
dumb.
I
came from
am.
Ireland.
Y'all the ones who don't know who you are.
See, Super, this the type of shit
Your
you talking
flag, your
about. The
flag
Your
came
black
from
master
people right
Ireland.
said
here,
we
though.
are
No.
Indian.
His flag actually came from Ireland, and his accent came from
Super,
Ireland.
That's
super.
hilarious.
This the shit that you be on. The
The
shit that
Jamaican
black.
flag did
This is
not
what
come
you
from
talking about. The
Ireland. What are
shit that
you
black
fucking
is
talking
on.
about? Super?
Wait,
So
what?
William Penn,
They make
Tootie,
up shit
Tootie,
every
Tootie,
day.
explain that.
They
Wait,
make up shit
William
every
Tootie,
day.
Penn on the
explain that.
Lenni
Explain that.
Lenape,
They
Delaware,
make up
right?
shit every day, man.
Wait. I want to hear what Tootie was saying. Like, what did you say?
Let me get a better
Like he
picture of
telling
it.
us to get the fuck out of here, and we speaking straight facts. But
Okay.
he claiming he repping the Caribbean. You from the Caribbean, so you ain't even
Who,
got no
me?
idea. But you denying our experience. Like what? You invalidating us. What are you talking
Right.
I
about?
am half
Wait. But
American.
I'm on that.
What the fuck are you
I'm on
Yeah,
talking
that.
you're
about?
an
I'm
anchor
born in
baby.
America.
He
He's
said
half.
he
What
an
the fuck
He's
is you
anchor
half a
talking
baby.
about?
continent.
Born in
Mentally, you're
America.
not, because you don't know what the fuck you're
Born
talking
in
about.
America, you dumb motherfucker.
No, you was
No such
born in
thing. You were
Africa.
born in the United States, not America. Idiot.
He said he was born in
Goddamn
Africa.
anchor baby.
So
Can I
half
get
of
the
him was
big
born in
screen?
Africa, the other half in America, even though it's a whole
Nigga,
continent.
Like the
yo, you're a
Solomon baby.
Mexican trying to help these idiots the
A Mexican
make up
helping
these
us
fake
idiots.
history. I don't
Mexicans
give a
didn't
fuck
come
What
what
into
you got
fake
to say,
existence
history?
until
bro.
This is not
That's what I'm
1862,
this
I
saying.
don't
is
moron.
give
You
a fuck
have
real.
what you got to say,
everything
bro.
to gain
This is
from
You're a
real.
Mexican.
denying.
You're a
He trying to
Mexican. You're
appeal to
more
the
native
immigrant
than they
Hey,
are.
correlation.
Vaz, can I get the
Fuck is
big
you
Trying to
talking
screen?
appeal
about?
to
Shut
the
up.
You don't even know what a
immigrant
native
correlation.
is, idiot.
Yes, I
Exactly. He
do what a
doesn't.
native is. I
No, a
do know what
native
it
is,
is.
by
Born to
definition,
the
is a
fucking
woman
land,
born into
dumbass.
slavery.
I'm
Yeah,
talking about the
now you
Native
trying to reach
American
out to the
Indians.
immigrant.
You fucking fool.
Exactly.
You fucking moron.
Fucking dumb motherfucker.
You don't even know
Y'all
what a
relax,
native is,
please.
idiot.
I just told you what it was, you dumb
Relax. Both of
motherfucker.
you
Pull
guys
up a
relax,
source,
please.
moron.
Thank
I don't
you.
have to pull up a source. I did it already.
Yes, you do. You didn't.
I
Where?
already did it.
Where? From
Yo,
where?
Vibes, talk to these idiots, man.
For
I mean,
where?
I've been talking. They're invalidating my Africanity. They're not invalidating my.
You
I'm
say
not pushing African on them, right? I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm not going to
no.
invalidate
I want to know
whatever.
what black his African tribe is. I want to know what it is.
Don't worry about it, Tyrone. Just get to the point. You got the
So
floor.
William Penn literally said, "If we're supposed to be pretendians, right? Why is your slave master saying we are?" He literally described the
Y'all
Lenni
are the same ones
Lenape.
that don't believe
He
in me,
literally
bro.
described the Lenni Lenape as black
You don't
and
believe in the white
swarthy.
history, but you use the white history to prove your
But
point.
yet,
Shut the
your
fuck up,
slave
man.
master, you get your
That
African
don't even
history
make
from your
sense,
white
man.
man.
That don't even make sense.
You get get your slavery African identity from the white man.
Fact.
So
What?
you lying.
So
Stop
you
playing the
think,
race card, sir. It's
Tyrone?
your
Do you?
slave master right
What
here
race are
saying we
you?
from here.
What race are you?
Indian. American Indian. What
Social
race are you?
construct, idiot.
Well, you know what, Jay, if race isn't phenotypical, what do you consider black?
Exactly. How can you say
You know,
blackness means African
I
when
think
they
he's
literally
talking to
saying
Jay.
Indians are
He's
black?
talking to Jay,
he's
Tyrone.
talking to Jay,
Okay,
but he doesn't
yeah,
understand his
one
question.
question. Yeah, yeah.
Jay, say it again,
What do you consider
Super.
him? What do you consider black?
Whatever the government says it is, because it's a government term.
So he's
Thank you.
black.
Exactly. That part.
So what
Exactly.
happens? You know what, Jay? What happens if we delineate and we consider ourselves foundational Black Americans? We racially change that in America, even though the rest of the world has never considered Black to be a race, and culturally or ethnically, the rest of the world have never considered Black to be on any sort of racial or cultural or ethnic identifier. We change it in America, and also it changes the identifier because we are
Let me
Americans.
show you
Well,
something.
it changes the rest of the world's identifier as American. Do you mean that changes for anybody else or for Black? Do you think that changes for Black? Him
The
as a
reality,
Jamaican.
with this whole identity thing, you can
Yeah.
identify however you want. A group to get together and decide when to call ourselves this tomorrow. The reality is, in the United States, it doesn't matter if the law does not acknowledge it. If they acknowledge it to be something else, then it doesn't matter what you call yourself. That's just the
So
reality.
you're saying that race is a phenotypic identifier
No,
because
I'm
you can
saying
see it.
race is determined by the government. Now, if they want to make it
How?
phenotypic, they
How?
can, but they don't. So
How does the government identify it?
they classify people.
Listen,
So what they
Based
do
off of
is
what?
they have they have a list of countries. They say the
Based.
following countries, anybody who comes from there is called black. These
Okay.
countries, they're
So
called white.
Elon Musk came from Africa, so he's Black.
No, he came from South Africa.
Okay, South Africa, same thing.
South
Africa.
Africa is not listed as a black country according to the U.S. government.
No, it actually is.
Super doesn't know that in the
He
United
doesn't
States,
know all that.
a
See,
person can
No.
self-ascribe to any identity they
Charlize
want.
Theron is an African American.
At this point, I just let you niggas talk because y'all niggas don't know what
Charlize
you're talking about.
Theron
Black, I'm
is
telling
Elon Musk is an
like you
African
can't.
American.
You're
Charlize
not going to
Theron
convince
is an
everyone on the
African
panel, right? They're
American.
No, that's the
mostly
thing.
Native
That's the thing.
Americans up
That's
there.
Charlize
the thing.
Theron
Listen,
is an
Vibes, I'm not even trying
African
to convince them.
American.
I'm just
Elon
trying to
That's what
tell
I'm
Musk
them
saying.
like
is
this.
an
Focus on the
African
FBAs, Black. We
American.
got two FBAs on the panel. We got
And
He
Black,
Super
I
from
showed you
and we
what
got
Africa.
native was.
Holistic,
Okay,
okay?
so wait.
Hey,
So what is
Nagual, I don't have no
How is
sentiments for
America?
you, dog. You
I know
are
you ain't got
How
nothing for
Mexican.
me
has
because you ain't got
America?
You're a
nothing.
Mexican helping these fake black Native Americans. I don't give a fuck
You
what
a
you're
Cool.
talking
fake
about.
African. You
I
can't
don't give
even
a
tell
fuck
us
what you're
what
talking about,
African
dog.
you come from.
You're confusing them
You
more
calling
than
yourself a
anybody.
whole continent,
Look at that's your
just
you
like
said
Super
native.
You're
Supreme is
You
giving
said
them
claiming to
help.
native,
be
and
You're
there's the
giving them
American.
help
definition
to
of
confuse
native.
them.
You moron.
You're
Exactly.
giving them help to confuse them.
I'm not helping.
Show
I'm only
yourself
helping
appalled.
indigenous people. I don't care what you call
They're
black
not
and native, all that
indigenous.
shit.
They're
I'm
They're
not
helping
not
indigenous
indigenous.
people.
They're not
Black. Don't waste your
indigenous.
Yes,
breath.
they
Don't
are.
waste your black. Don't waste your black. Don't waste your breath.
Yeah,
Because
waste is black.
I mean,
Waste
Don't
is
waste his
black.
black.
think about.
Use the
It's
volume
not
black
even
on.
worth
Waste is
it, man.
black. Waste is black.
Nah, I
Waste is
know.
black.
Black.
Yeah.
Refute anything on my
I know
platform.
you
Go ahead.
specialize on pretendians, right? I know you
Yeah, I
specialize on
already
it.
specialized 4 weeks dedicated to them, so it doesn't
All
even
right, where
matter.
your
He
sources, sir? Where your
specializes
Bro, I'll
sources you
turn
We're
black
bringing?
out
we're over
any
here. We're over
day
here talking
of the
on. We're over
year.
here
in
talking on
sectoring.
FBAs, Black.
365.
So let's
He specializes
concentrate.
in
We got
sectoring.
Black don't
the
stand a
Black
chance.
indigenous and the
It be a
Africans
fake black.
focusing on FBA issues. Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and. Oh, did you want to land Nigual before I go to holistic?
I just wanted to show Black what he was claiming he didn't even know the definition of. That's all. Thank you.
I didn't
All right.
claim anything.
Yes,
Shut your
you
mouth.
Holistic.
did.
Holistic, you're up. Welcome to the panel, Holistic. Can you introduce yourself and respond to anything that you've been heard? You are outnumbered, okay, brother? But welcome to the panel.
Nah, I take on three at a time. What's the prompt? What we talking about?
The prompt is here. Let me put him up.
He
Let me put
agreed
him.
with that.
This is your boy. Your boy's up here.
Oh,
I
I
can
can't
see
read
that
that.
tiny text, sir.
The true tethers are tethered to their master. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about illegal. Who dry snitches, to their president, to Homeland Security and ICE. Why do FBAs dry snitch?
Yo, Vibes, you got to use that what I gave you today, bro. It'd have been perfect for them.
Which one?
I think it's the second one, or either one. You can use both of them. I don't give a fuck. It's over
Oh,
now. Once I use it once, I ain't use it again.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what you talking about?
The
Which one?
prompts, the prompts.
You gave
Either
me a prompt
one.
today?
Unless your account got hacked or some shit, and you're another Vibes, nigga.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it, Black. Go ahead, though, Holistic. I'm trying to find the bigger picture for you so you can see the on the prompt. So you can answer these questions. Give me a second.
Now the other one was good for the foundational Mexican American.
Oh no, you never gave it to me.
Another
Could have swore I
tether
sent it.
term, foundational Mexican
The ones
American.
that you try to switch up their colors, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. That's tethering on to our actual contribution.
All right, Holistic. You see it now? Can you answer? Can you answer one of the questions, or respond to what
Oh,
you
so you
want?
said you basically saying Black Americans is snitching, dry snitching, basically, right?
Right. Or why are they? You know? Do you know any? Because we met
Yeah.
one. His name is Super Dry Snitches, and he calls ICE and he supports ICE
Drowning
to
snitches.
deport.
I work.
He wants to deport Africans. He wants to deport Eritreans. He wants to deport Africans and anybody that's not a U.S. citizen in
Ain't no
America. He
difference.
wants he wants
Deport
to
them all.
deport them. He wants to deport them
Don't get it
all.
twisted. He said American. He
So
didn't
I
say
know
U.S.
Holistic.
citizen.
Holistic isn't he doesn't think the same way you do, Super, but he is a FBA, so maybe he can teach you something. Go ahead, Holistic.
I'm an ICE agent. I just got into the agency
Shut
about
the
2 months
fuck
ago.
up.
Yeah, so I agree. Yeah, we got to get all of
Stop
them
trolling.
tethers out of here. Yeah, we got to get all the tethers out of here. I'm not snitching. I'm just working with my
Okay.
government. You know what I
All
mean?
right.
It is what it is. Like no permanent friends, no permanent enemies. Y'all show up the right way. Y'all get in the camp, then maybe I'll rock with y'all. But right now, we rocking with the opposition.
Yeah,
It
but
is what
this
it is,
morning you were
bro.
talking about supporting the immigrant Muslim mayor in New York, right? Holistic?
Yeah, I fuck. Listen, bro. This
Yeah.
is war.
You
Listen,
fuck with
listen,
Yo,
him,
that's
right?
listen
crazy.
to me. Listen to
Yo,
me.
your mind is
Hold on.
Yeah,
screwed
you
up,
see, you
bro.
Oh,
got
y'all let me
caught up,
talk.
man.
Y'all let
Stop
me
it.
talk.
Vibes up on the
Y'all let me
tip,
talk.
bro.
Yo,
Your
listen what I'm
mind is
saying,
fucked
bro.
up, bro.
Listen, bro. Y'all came here to play around with Empire. Like, I'm gonna show you what Empire look like. So yeah, I'm gonna back
Vibes,
my
I
mayor.
resent it to you.
Alright,
All
come on,
right,
bro.
I'll
Y'all
put it
keep
up.
talking over me, my nigga. Like,
Go
come
ahead,
on.
My
Holistic.
bad, bro.
Y'all
My
mute up
bad.
because I hear some background noise. Can you guys mute
Word.
up? Let Holistic land his point.
Yeah, so look, y'all, a lot of y'all come over here, y'all want to play with Empire and think this shit don't burn. It's gonna burn. Like, listen, man, y'all ain't play right with us. And, like, people's not feeling that. So yeah, we gonna play with the paymasters. It is what it is. We gonna get back to fighting after y'all get out the paint. So yeah, I joined ICE. I got $50,000 sign on bonus. They pay my school loans, and we gotta get y'all out our communities because y'all been doing bad. Y'all been playing in our face, like. Y'all working with us for y'all double agency. Y'all working with the people and y'all own intelligence agency. So yeah, let's play war games. Let's do it. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, round one. Let's
Oh, man, I'm with
go.
that white dude that just spoke, man. I'm with him.
All right, I'm gonna find this picture Black wants me to put up. But does anybody want to respond to that? Or Super, do you want to back your fellow FBA up right now?
Love it.
Which
Hey,
one, whatever one you find
Ain't
is
it,
better, you're
ain't it interesting that the two people who
All right.
come from the most like ethnic and cultural diverse areas, he came more than likely from like either the Bronx or Harlem. And I'm from Chicago, and I came from a very cultural and ethnic background from Chicago. And we both, at the end of the day, we figured out this ain't it. This don't need to be it. We got to figure out how to get him up out of our country and up out of our culture, out of our communities immediately. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? No?
they've been playing a shell game. Like they've been playing like, yo, brother, yeah, I'm with you, brother. It's like, all right, no doubt, but like you're not really moving right. You're moving crazy. You keep saying this brother thing, but you're doing something else. So, all right, you want to play espionage with me? I can do that. Let's play espionage. Let's go to war. Let's
good. He got a phone call to break up that stuff, that shit.
I'm with him.
Um,
Yeah. We need that sort of
look at
energy
that.
in
Look at
Black
that.
American society. And
Look at that.
you know what? Here's the thing: is like this isn't unique to me and him. That's the thing. Like I really want y'all to realize that this is not a unique thing. This is the new ethnic movement. This is realistically what's going to happen for all Black Americans eventually. You know, because the logical point is FBA. It's a foundation of Black American identity, and also you can laugh at it. Hip hop was laughed at, rock was laughed at, Pop was laughed at, country music was laughed at, jazz was laughed at, the blues was laughed at.
This nigga
We
comparing.
figured out how to popularize it within our cultural and ethnic background, and then it became American society. This is the exact same thing. We are the cultural and ethnic movement of America. It's going to continue to be that. It's historically been that. It's going to continue to be that.
I'm with you, man.
Realistically,
What I'm saying is this.
realistic, get down and lay down,
White the power,
Turkey.
bro. White the power.
What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. Because
This
brother keeps
is the
throwing
power. This
I
He
know.
is the
said
power.
white the power,
what I'm
man.
saying, brother keeps throwing shots.
Like
What I'm
use your
saying,
fucking
hold
ears.
on.
You
What I'm
so
saying is
fucking
this.
FBA it out.
This
Use
Hold
your
on, hold
ears,
on, hold
man.
on. Let
He
me say
said
this. Let me
white the
say this.
power, man.
Let me say this.
this
Because,
is the
You
hold
so
power.
on.
FBA it
Brother
out.
keeps
Fucking
saying.
brainwashed
This is
motherfucker.
the
Yo,
power.
he's saying you keep throwing shots at me. I'm trying to figure out where that passive
I'm not even talking to
aggressiveness
you. I'm
coming from.
talking to Super.
I heard the shot. You said, thank God I had a phone call. All that. So what's
Oh
going
yeah,
on?
good.
What's really
That's
the
a
play?
shot. That's a
All right,
shot.
so what's the play? Like, just say what you.
There goes another fucking call. You fucking dumbass.
I'm not
Twice,
on the call. You keep up. I can hear you, my nigga.
I know
You
you can
keep
hear
up.
me, dumbass nigga.
So get it off your
Fuck.
chest. Stop dancing with me, bro. What's going
I
on?
know.
I
I
ain't
know
worried
you
about
can
that.
hear me, bro.
Nah, you playing games, bro. That's what we talk
I know
about. This
you
the
can hear
problem.
me, bro.
Nah, this the problem. Nah, you said
I
it's
know
a
you can
phone
hear
call.
me, bro. How many times you
All
gonna
right.
say
So let's talk
nah?
about
I
it.
can hear
So
you,
let's talk.
nigga.
All right. So let's talk about it, right? Because you keep throwing shots. That means you got passive
Shots
aggression.
about
So what's the
what?
issue?
There is no
Nah, I mean,
shots.
so what's
I
the
will
issue?
tell you
So y'all
directly
playing
to your
games, bro.
face. You're
I
not an
know you would.
Indian.
I know you would. That's
You're
what you
not an
do.
Indian.
That's
Hey,
what you
Yeah,
Black.
do.
we
That's
are.
what
Fuck
you.
are you
All right.
talking
All
about?
right. All right.
We're
So let's
All
have a
trying.
right, so
conversation. All right.
I want
Oh,
Black to read this
have
shit.
y'all have
I want
You
him to
talk.
get
I
this
cannot
shit.
y'all
talk
niggas
to
ain't real,
three
my nigga. Stop
pretendians at
playing
All right,
once.
games, bro.
Black, read
Yeah,
this. Read
pretending,
it.
Black,
my
where
nigga.
have
You
y'all
Read
ain't see
it.
your
where
son.
have
Read
y'all
it.
Bitch
ever
ass
I
nigga.
cannot
changed
talk
or
to three
defined
All
pretendians
right,
at
I'm
anything?
gonna have
Read
to.
once.
it.
I'm gonna have to
Read
come
it,
back up
Yeah,
here.
Negro.
Okay.
pretending.
Can I get the big
Hold up.
screen?
I was
Don't
talking the
jump my
holistically.
don't jump
I
my
want
homie
Black
Black.
to
All
read
right, we
this
got
shit.
FBAs. We
Nah,
got.
they're not jumping me. It's okay. I like
I
these
want Black
idiots.
to read.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure
want
you
him to
do.
have hooked on phonics.
All right. Tyrone, I'm gonna give you the floor. Okay, I'm gonna give everybody 3 minutes. Okay,
In your
everybody gets
culture,
3 minutes.
what have y'all ever changed or defined anything?
I want Black to read this. I want him to read.
I want Black to read
Read it.
this.
Read it for him. You know
Read
he's not
it.
gonna read
Read
it.
it.
You
I'm
can't
not
even
gonna
see
read
it.
none of this
I
shit, and I
can't
Read
even
can't see
see
it.
it.
it though,
I
Read
can't
it.
Tyrone.
see it.
You
I
can't.
Negro
cannot see it.
read.
I cannot see it. Where do you want me to read?
This whole page.
Oh,
It's mad blurry, bro. You
It's
can't
You're,
see
you're
it,
mad
bro.
being
fucking blurry.
hella.
You want me to read that shit?
Put your reading glasses on, fool.
Nah, we can't see that.
You need to change the
Yeah,
lighting.
for real.
Can't
Tyrone's
even
just
read that,
being
Tyron.
exaggerated. He's exaggerating. That nigga's exaggerating.
That's a little dramatic. Trying to ask
Yeah.
someone to read the page.
Is this good? Is this
I am not.
good?
That's
I'm not in
better,
school
but I
Yeah,
still
anymore.
can't read it.
yeah. I can see it.
I'm on, my nigga.
Okay, it's good.
I'm not in school anymore, bro. I'm not reading
Yeah, I
that.
want you to read. We are in school.
What book is that?
I want you to read.
What book is it?
Can you read?
What book
You
is
read
it?
it, my
All
nigga.
right,
Come on,
Can
you
Tyrone.
you
I'm gonna
playing
skip
read?
you. I'm gonna skip you,
God
Tyrone. You're
damn.
being ridiculous.
Yeah, you playing
I'm
games.
gonna go to. I'm gonna give you the time. Do you want to talk about something else
All right,
besides Megan
so
and me?
I'm going to read the bottom part and I want him to comprehend what I just read. So the term Negro has been applied to black Africans,
What is this book?
Indians. You will find out later. So Indians of India, Native Americans, Japanese, and slaves of whatever ancestry, black has been used for all of the above and for non-whites in general. Did you understand what I just said?
That's Jack D. Forbes, Black.
Do you want me to go on and read some more? I'm going to read the middle part. So
Unless that shit says
I
antebellum.
propose,
If that shit doesn't say antebellum in there, I don't want to hear nothing
it
from you.
proposed to
No,
antebellum
Black.
and
What did that
colonial
say?
period.
No,
Read antebellum.
I
no.
propose
Black,
to
Black. What
apply
did that
his
say in your
example.
words?
I propose to apply this example to the basic terms which inform our understanding of African American contact and mixture, terms which are a part of the nomenclature developed under colonialism and racism long ago when first working with my own Powhatan Lenape people of Virginia, Maryland, Delaware,
That's
and
not how you
surrounding
pronounce it.
areas.
That's not how you pronounce it.
Discovered that the meaning of racial terms was a controversial issue. I learned the terms such as mulatto and color were used or had
Mulatto.
been used in Virginia in quite different way from their usage in most books, including the modern dictionaries. I also discovered that many questions were not answerable within the context of the latter, such as words. What do you call a person of a mixed American, European, or African ancestry? No one provided any answer because it seems that American admixture.
Oh, so you're claiming admixture now?
No, monkey.
Yo, don't
Why
call
y'all
nobody
call him a
monkey.
monkey
Niguel,
though?
go ahead. Niguel, you got 3 minutes.
Oh, I'm straight, fam. I'm just listening now. I'm good.
Okay,
Whoever wants to
Super,
take my
you're
time.
next. Super, you're next.
Or maybe I want it back then if Super gonna speak. I'm just fucking with you.
Super, you're next. Going once,
He's a
Super going
Darwinist. That's
twice.
why I called him a monkey.
Going 3 times, Super. All right, we're gonna go to Peace. You said you want to get skipped, or you want to speak on this?
I think she's skipping.
Okay, Jay, you get 3 minutes. Go ahead and skip. Okay, Ron.
Yeah, wait. Oh, my fault. Hey, okay, I'm still in. All right.
All right, go ahead.
So here's the issue: is that Black has so much to say about Black American culture or Black American
What are
identity.
you talking about? Hold on. Wait.
No,
Let
stop
him land.
talking. Stop talking. Right. So, but then when it comes to American society or cultural or historical documents, I literally identifying Black American people as either Negro or Native American or anybody who was just non-white historically. Then in the, I don't know if you saw it or not, but it said like around like the 1700s. That is what in that document it says. And I've been saying this to well, I said this to somebody. I think it was two the other day. But I was saying like that goes back to around the 1700s where Native Americans, Black Native Americans, were misidentified or racially identified as Negro back around that time. Right. So it's like, at
So
what point do we
2025? What about 2025?
even okay, even if we have some African ancestry, every single person on the planet has African ancestry. When do we just stop being African and we start identifying as the cultural and ethnic or national or racial at this point identifier of that time? When does that happen? Because if it doesn't happen in the 1700s, then it doesn't happen for Haitians. Then it doesn't happen for Jamaicans. It doesn't happen for Nigerians. It doesn't happen for South America,
They
South
happen to live in
Africans.
their own
It
country.
doesn't happen for any of those people.
They happen
Right?
to live
Yeah,
in their
no,
own
because
country.
they live in their own countries that were identified at that time. But we live in our countries right now too. And y'all live in these countries right now with us. And y'all abandoned those countries because y'all had nothing in
Who
those
is
countries.
y'all? Who is y'all? I'm
You,
from America. You fucking
you,
idiot. I'm from
you,
You're
America,
not
you
from
dumbass.
America. You from Africa.
you and your family. You and
You a
your
Pan
full
African, sir.
Y'all niggas
All right, go ahead, Black.
Nah, it's like I disproving these dummies like every day for like 4 weeks, gave me a headache, and then Tyron was probably like my last straw, so I just stopped even proving anything unless y'all don't. If y'all don't have any proof, I don't want to hear shit. Tyron, you
You don't
always
have
say
any proof.
I already did it, so it's
Show
okay.
it.
I have the footage. I
Let
can.
Show us the
them talk.
footage
Let
of
them
you
talk. Let them
coming
talk.
from the
Let them talk.
Congo.
It's his time. It's his time. Let them talk.
I already have the footage, lives of talking to you, psychopaths, and then I have had all the elite disprovers of the pretending in my lives to the fact to where now we're friends now,
The
and
elite.
yeah, the elite, and now I actually like anytime it's like a big pretending, I actually call them in for backup because they actually have like all the information stored in their head, which I'm not. I just too much shit to learn about with you guys to keep all that shit in my head. I can't rack my brain with it. But
Because you have a low IQ.
nah, it's not that. I smoke a lot of weed, brother.
Yeah, that which causes your low IQ.
No, it's called you can
Stop it,
keep studying as
Tyrone.
much as you want. It's called you can study as much as you want. You're not going to retain all the information.
No, because you a pothead.
No,
You lost
because
brain cells.
no, it's called I'm not gonna keep in the shit that I don't give a fuck about on my regular day life. You give a fuck about being an Indian. I don't give a fuck.
And you
You
care
know what I'm
about
saying?
going to Africa, which you'll never go to, which is
No, I
crazy.
will. I will.
When?
When I
We're
want.
gonna go together,
Like
me and
what?
Black. We're gonna book a trip. Don't worry about it.
This
What
nigga said
part?
when. This nigga said when. What part of America are you gonna go to find your history?
I'm already there. And in the southeast, most of my family come from these regions.
Okay. And where did they come from before that?
The southeast. Carolina, Virginia,
Oh,
Florida.
Carolina, Virginia?
Tell us where your
Florida.
family came. Tell us where your family came from before
Chattel
West
slavery.
Africa.
Chattel slavery in the South. Chattel
No, no, no,
slavery
No,
in
you
the
no.
said
Say
South.
you
that.
West
from
Virginia.
Ghana,
West
sir.
Virginia.
You said you
West
from
No.
Virginia.
Ghana.
West
Hold on.
Virginia. West Virginia.
You
West
said Ghana
Virginia.
before.
West
Yo,
You
yo,
said
yo.
Virginia.
Slow his time. He's got a minute. He's got a minute.
he
West
said
Virginia.
he from
West
Ghana.
Virginia. West Virginia on my Black American side. And then my Jamaican side, they do have some Ghana. So, yeah.
So you an immigrant. Ain't
Now,
you?
I was
Shout
born
out
in America.
to my Ghanaian brothers out there.
I was born in
So
America,
you a
Tyrone.
pretend Ghanaian.
I was born in America,
You a
Tyrone.
pretend Ghanaian.
Here we go. Okay. This
Make
okay.
sure you don't hurt that dog that you got.
Thank you, Black. Thank you. Let's go to holistic. Holistic, you got the floor, and then we'll have an open panel. You guys keep it respectful, please. Jesus.
I
No
know
doubt.
he be putting this shit in that dog.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I just saw something happen that like actually reinforces what's going on. I was just talking about the prompt.
Fix that mic,
Somebody,
holistic. Fix that mic again, because that mic is
Yes.
bugging out.
Hey, yeah,
It's
yeah,
that
yeah.
Bluetooth.
Yes.
It's that Bluetooth, brother.
how about now? Better
Please.
than that?
Yeah, a little bit better, but it's still a little muffled. But go ahead.
I Yeah, now I heard some shit. They was talking about dry snitching and all that. And then as soon as I talked in teacup, somebody jumped off the mic. And that just shows me that I'm being watched, right? This is
What?
surveillance.
Oh
Oh, damn, I
my.
thought I had 3 minutes. I thought I had
This
three
nigga.
You
minutes.
got him.
Hold
You
on.
got him. You got him.
Yeah. So I'm on a surveillance, right? Because nobody else said nothing. Nobody said, yo, bro, come back. I heard somebody say, yeah, thank God he got a phone call. So that means these niggas is watching me. That's the first strike, right? Yeah, that's the first strike. I'm smooth with this shit. I'm dangerous with this shit. The next step was, yeah, say that to me in person. That's the second strike.
No,
You trying to,
that's not what I
God
said.
damn, I thought I had 3 minutes, bro.
But
What's
you
going
lying.
on?
You lying now.
Can I get my 3 minutes?
You lying.
Can I lie for 3 minutes?
Go
Can
ahead.
I lie for 3 minutes? Thank you. So the second strike is you want to say that to me in person. So you're trying to get me out of my body
You're
so you can
lying.
make a bit. God damn, yo, moderator, can I reclaim my time?
Yeah, you got time,
Your
bro.
mic once again, holistic. Your mic, man. Just take the Bluetooth out. Could you get some? Just take the Bluetooth out and just speak into the phone, please. And then I'll give you a minute back, all right? And no one's tapping your shit right now, okay? I don't know why. But you messing with your shit.
You can hear me better than that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, so yeah, the first strike was look at that brother he's got a phone call. So that means I'm under surveillance. I'm being watched. That's the first strike. The second strike was, you wouldn't say that to me in person. So you're trying to extract me to make me the aggressor. Second strike. Third strike, pretending. So I have to be assigned to an identifier that is not mine. Yo, this is a enemy combatant. I see what's going on. And you're trying to use all different ways and mechanisms of trying to like get me to be something you want me to be, but you are who you are. I'm not you, bro. You something else. You're wild uncomfortable in your skin when a man talks. When a man talks, you get uncomfortable, you get squirrely. You become something else. You become a feisty individual.
This nigga's
I'm
really
not even
crazy.
curious why your motivations is that. I just recognize you. Something happened to you. Somebody hurt you. And because you got hurt, you're trying to like make everybody your enemy, bro. But I tell you like this, bro, you can't win this. It won't work for you, bro. This shit is over your payroll. It's over your pay grade. You should do something else safe. You should you should go
Hey
out,
man, if
like
I
go
wanted to
fishing
do
or
something
something,
safe,
or
if I
go
wanted to
play
do
with your
something safe, I would
children.
have
You
went
should
to
do something
church.
else, bro. It's
If I
not gonna
wanted
work
to
for you,
play
bro.
something safe, I would have went to church, nigga. What are you talking about?
All right. Okay. You know. Hey, Black. I think you won against Nigual and Tyrone because they ended up leaving. You know. So.
Nah, 'cause they about to go spit that pseudo babble somewhere else. I already know what they're doing.
Nah, man. But you had a lot on your shoulders right now, Black. You had to go up against the whole panel pretty much. Except Jay.
See, that's the
Jay
thing.
doesn't.
I have destroyed all of them before. So them,
Yeah,
well,
nothing, bro.
I already destroyed Tyron. Now Tyron is just a panel to panel troll now.
You have no points.
Tyron is a
There's
panel to panel
nothing
troll now.
logistically that would make sense to anybody.
Okay, brother.
It won't.
We have disproven y'all wrong.
You got
My nigga,
two
play with something safe, my
contradicting
nigga.
We have
flags.
disproven y'all
Play with
wrong.
something safe, my
You got
nigga.
two
We have
contradicting
disproven y'all
flags
wrong.
Play
in
with
your
something safe,
bio
my
right
We
nigga.
have
now.
disproven y'all wrong.
You
Play with
got two
something safe, my
contradicting
nigga.
We have
flags in your
disproven
point
y'all
right
wrong.
now. Two contradicting flags to your point right now. What are you talking about?
Both of the flags prove exactly that we are from chattel slavery and from Africa, dumbass.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
But that
I
doesn't
swear,
mean that
everything
we're the
y'all say is just
same.
idiot shit.
So
Like y'all never,
are you an
like y'all never
African
even think about the
Jamaican?
things y'all say, bro.
Are you an African
Like
American?
you're fucking stupid. Like you're
Yeah,
dumb.
what's wrong with African American? So why did you guys delineate from that term? And why did you delineate? Did you guys still use Black American? Like,
Nah,
you
Black
don't
American,
use.
no African.
Okay, so but you don't call yourself FBA, super.
Nah, I personally, in my historical, like my grandma, my great
They would never even
granddad,
claim you.
they
I'm
never
FBA, nigga.
claimed
What, nigga? I'm
African at
FBA, nigga. What?
all. They claimed
So
Hold
black.
on, hold
They
Go
on.
tell
claimed
them. Go
black, a
tell them.
black
Let me hear
American.
super.
Go
Let me hear
tell.
Nobody give a
I
super.
fuck.
never. Oh, hey,
Go tell, nigga.
my granddaddy came from Mississippi. He fought in the war.
If you believe you an Indian, the
My
FBA don't
grandma
fuck
came
with you.
from Mississippi.
That's all I
Nah,
gotta
And,
nigga.
say.
and wait, grandma
If
You a
you
and
think
scrap,
you
grand.
an
nigga.
Indian,
Wait.
the FBA don't fuck with you.
Shut up.
Yo,
Nah,
I'm
hold
you
talking
a
on,
about
hold
double
on.
American
agent,
Let me
history.
nigga.
just.
I'm talking
Let
about
me.
American
And
history.
Vaughn.
I ain't talking about your
I'm
thoroughbred
gonna have to
history. I'm
mute
talking
up.
about
I'm gonna
real
have to mute up.
historical history here. Let me
So
speak.
super, what you're trying
Right.
to tell me, super, is that your grandparents and they all refer to themselves as Black Americans.
And
So that's why
black.
you call,
Yeah. Wait, when
or
do
just
you
Black
know
alone, right?
do,
Or
do you
American
know when the
Negroes. Remember
term
when we were called
do
American
you know
Negroes?
you know when the term African
My
American
nigga,
came
you
into
just a
existence?
tether, my nigga. That is what it is, my nigga. You a tether.
Do you know when the term African
Don't say
American
nothing
came
to
into
these niggas,
existence?
bro. They watching you, nigga. They tethers, nigga. Fuck
So
out of here.
again, super. Why? What
That's
makes you?
black
Why?
America.
What makes you not call yourself an FBA?
Wait,
Don't
not?
worry about what he call
Feelings,
himself.
bro.
None of
I'm
your
a
business.
FBA. What you
None of
So
talking
your
about?
you are
business.
FBA. Okay, so
None of
Yeah,
why?
your
definitely
business.
FBA.
Boy,
What you
just
talking about?
feelings.
So
My nigga,
okay, so
don't
No,
play
why
I'm
deline?
not
Hold on,
African.
holistic.
I'm
You gotta calm down.
foundational Black American. That's it.
Okay, so you why take the extra leap though? Why not just stay a Black American?
Yeah, I mean, foundational is a very accurate and also, like, okay, like why do we call them the founding fathers? Why do we do that? It's a commemorative
That's
term,
tough.
right?
Look, super
That
though.
we're
You hear my
commemorating. I'm
why take the
commemorating my
extra reach though?
historical history to American
Do you
history.
know who coined foundational Black American? Do you know who coined that?
Hey, Vibes, I think they'll like
Wait,
the
no,
prompt.
Yourself, these
No,
niggas,
wait,
bro.
hold on. Let him answer. Hold on, guys.
no. First,
Who
They
it
trying to line
coined
was
you
it?
up, my nigga. Stop being so naive,
Put this
bro.
up. Put this
Trying
up,
to line you
Vibes.
up,
Put
bro.
this up, Vibes. I
nah.
Super,
think they'll
answer
like
that
this one,
question for me,
Vibes.
please, brother. Because I know the
Uh,
answer. I know the answer. And
They
if
got
you're
a
a
list,
true
bro. They got
FBA,
a list. They
if you're
want
a
to put
true
you on the
FBA,
list.
you would know this one.
yeah.
Take your
First,
Bro,
Tariq
time. Take your
Nasheed.
time,
on the
First,
Super.
list,
Take
no,
your
no,
nigga.
no.
time.
Don't
It's
answer no
First,
okay.
Tariq
questions.
Nasheed introduced
Don't
the
answer no
term.
questions.
Right. No.
You,
Yeah, that
I'm gonna
nigga,
be
he's a
accurate about
bitch,
this.
nigga.
Tariq
You
Nasheed
FBA and you don't
introduced
know
the
that.
Put me
term.
on the list, nigga.
That's wild.
Bro, they trying to line you
but
up,
go
my
ahead.
nigga.
Go
Don't
ahead.
be
Holistic.
naive,
Don't
bro.
interrupt him.
There's
I'm gonna
no
give you a
He
chance.
lining.
If you
already
don't
lied.
answer it, I'm gonna
Bro,
give
There
you a
don't
is no
chance.
answer
Okay.
no
lining here.
questions, bro.
There's only the truth. There's only the truth. Tariq Nasheed
Holistic.
introduced
He
the
already
term.
lined up.
He not the one who invented it. So
There's no lining
Yeah,
here.
he didn't.
It's
I know
only
there's
the
no. You
truth.
just don't know.
You
Just say
got
I
the
don't know.
It's
right to
Don't
remain
no,
don't
it's
silent.
try to lie
only
and
the
sugarcoat. Nah.
truth. It's only
Bro,
the
don't
truth.
run your mouth,
Only
my
the
It's only the
nigga.
truth.
hell
What?
don't
Wait,
know
wait,
and
wait,
won't
wait,
know.
wait,
Let
wait,
let
wait. What is the truth? The truth is, Tariq Nasheed introduced the term
We
to
don't
Black
care about the
I
truth.
Americans.
didn't
Well, he
ask
did,
who introduced it. I asked who
and
We
he
coined
don't
didn't
it.
care
introduce
about
it
the
either.
truth.
Yeah. He introduced
Trying
it,
to
then
line
coined
you
the
up,
Yeah,
my
term.
he
nigga.
introduced
And
it to
we,
you, but he didn't
Bro,
we,
yeah,
introduce it
now
to
you
no,
you.
no,
Holistic. Hold on. I'm
no,
gonna give
no,
you a
no.
chance.
Let me finish. Let
Holistic.
me
Hold
finish.
on.
Let me
Holistic.
finish.
Hold
Let
on,
me finish.
brother.
we gonna line
I
you
Black
up,
can't
my
have
nigga.
two
Americans,
FBAs
black
talking at the same time.
Black
Jay, you
Americans,
can respond to
we're
Super
so
after.
we're so unique and creative and also influential to the world that whatever we do is going to be analyzed and also understood and then also adopted to all of American society and also all of the world. So no matter whatever whether it's a Soldier Boy dance, whether it's a
This brother
slang
said
term.
Soldier Boy, bro.
If we say Riz, the world is gonna say Riz. If we say that the
That shit
word
don't make you
bad means
native.
good. Nah, hey, shut up.
Bro, that's a
Like
long
so,
ass answer, brother. So, Super. Okay, we get it. Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed created it. I get
whatever
it.
we say culturally is
Do you
gonna
wanna?
be the defining word of whatever it is. We're saying right
These
now
niggas is
we're
sick.
identified
So
as foundational Black Americans.
Yeah, who
That is the
coined the
word.
term? Coined it? Who
Don't
coined
matter.
it?
Don't
It
just
does
like
matter.
it
Oh,
just
I
like
forgot.
just like
You the nigga that
just
nothing
like
matters to. I forgot. I
just like
totally
it
forgot
don't
about
matter
that.
who coined the term Riz or 6'7", don't matter. Everybody gonna say 6'7".
Okay,
Everybody
so
gonna say
you
Riz.
wanna learn a little? You want me to
Everybody gonna
educate
say
you?
foundational Black American. At the end of the day, it's gonna say it. We gonna do it
It's not even gonna
because
last.
that's what
It's
we
not even gonna
said.
last
We
until
said it.
Christmas. Watch. It's not even gonna
We
last.
define culture in America. We're gonna do that,
Kirby,
and
tell
we
him
define
who
culture
created
in
it.
the
Kirby in the
world.
comments so you
We
can read it.
define
It
culture in the
wasn't
world.
Tyreek though, right?
We
Jay,
define culture in the
Jay, did
world.
you want to respond? Because let me tell you, have you ever heard of a brother named Claude Anderson?
There's no point in responding because he don't care about learning
That's
things. He
true.
just
He don't care. I
Okay,
forgot.
wait.
say
So
anything.
Claude Anderson, what did he say? What did Claude Anderson say?
Go look him up. We're not even going to
I
educate you
know. Wait,
anymore.
no. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. What did Claude Anderson say? What was it? What was his word or identifier for Black Americans? Native Black Americans. No, Jay. Jay. What was the word that Claude Anderson used to
I don't think
identify
he
the
wrote the
unique
answer.
culture,
Idiocracy, man.
the unique
You
culture
said it
of
didn't matter, and you just looked that up. So I'm done talking to you.
no, I
It's
did I
over.
just look at did I just look it up or did I just answer you
It's over for
exactly
you,
when
bro.
you said it? Okay. So that outside of foundational Black Americans, that were native Black Americans, right? For Claude Anderson. That's what he said in the like 80s and 90s.
Who
That's what
created
he
the
said.
NBA? Who created the NBA?
Stop, Jay. I mean, Black. Can I ask Jay a question?
He doesn't want to answer you, bro. Who
Okay,
created the
if you don't,
NBA?
okay. Don't matter. Foundational Black Americans have defined American culture and also defined global culture, especially for anybody that would consider themselves Black across the globe. And also, y'all been leeching off of it because of we defined
Yo,
what
this dude is
blackness
nuts.
is. Yeah, you know what it what
This
it
dude is
is.
nuts,
Y'all,
man.
y'all don't have no culture.
I'm half FBA.
Y'all don't have no culture.
Who?
Jamaicans really don't have no culture without Black Americans. You really don't. You don't have
So,
no reggae without Black Americans.
so what is
Without hip hop,
Rastafari?
without hip
What
hop,
is
there is no reggae.
Rastafari?
Rastafari, there is nothing Rastafari
You're a
that is
fucking idiot,
culturally
man. You're an idiot,
identified
man.
without Black Americans
You're an
because they're
idiot, bro.
wait,
You
wait, wait,
just they are black
wait, wait, wait,
Americans.
no,
Jamaica
no,
is in
no,
Americas. You fucking
what,
dumbass.
Bro,
Your
you not
brain don't even
understand
work.
what you're saying right now.
Your brain don't even work, you stupid motherfucker.
how did reggae get created
You're
without
dumb. You're dumb.
how did reggae get created without
You're
hip hop?
dumb. You're
How
dumb.
did reggae
You're
How did
foolish.
reggae? How did
You're a
reggae get
foolish
created
dude.
without hip
You're a
hop? Tell
foolish
me
dude.
that. Tell me
You're a
that.
foolish dude in his
Black,
20s, man.
say it. Black, tell
You're a
me.
foolish
Tell me the
dude in his
history.
20s, man.
Black,
You're a
educate
foolish
me.
dude in
I'm
his
a fool.
20s,
I'm a
man.
fool. I'm a fool.
You're a
Tell
foolish
me.
dude in his 20s, man.
Tell me.
You're a
How did
foolish dude.
tell me.
Who was the first
Black.
rapper? Who was the first rapper?
Who was the first rapper? Honestly, James Brown,
Shut your stupid ass up, man.
the most cultural,
Shut the fuck up,
ethnic,
man. Shut up.
and
I don't even want to hear you no
actual
more, man.
relevant hip hop rapper, James Brown, because the breaks came from him, the bars came from him. But if we're talking, it's Picnic Markham. If we're talking about bars, it's large. It's a dude from North Carolina came named Picnic Markham. But if we're talking about the correlation of bars, hip hop sound, and also the breaks, it's James Brown because that is where the breaks came from, and also the bars came from. Break it down. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da. That is the breaks. That is where bars get introduced into hip hop culture. That's where they came from. It's James Brown. It got nothing to do with this. I think that's where you're trying to go.
You
Is
done?
what's the nigga name?
You
What's the
done?
nigga name?
Are you
What's the
done?
name? Cool Hurt. Cool
Like,
Hurt.
god damn.
Is that where you're trying to go to? Cool Hurt. No, okay. If Cool Hurt,
You're the
if Cool
definition of
Hurt.
an echo chamber. Like,
Wait.
you're the
Okay.
definition.
No. So
If we
you want to shut the
if
fuck
we
up? You
stay
want to shut the
muted,
fuck
you're
up?
the echo chamber.
You want to shut the, you ask me questions, then I answer, and you won't allow me to ask you a question. Now, so if Cool Herc apparently, and more than likely, that's who you're way trying to go to. If Cool Herc was a person who created hip hop or introduced hip hop, what did he create?
His style.
That's it.
What's that one dude's name? Hertz? Something Hertz? Cool and
Wait.
Hertz?
His style.
He created hip hop, right?
What is his style? What is his style?
Yeah, Cool Herc said it himself. He didn't create hip hop. Well, that's what I just heard from another Jamaican brother that was talking
Yeah,
about
he didn't create it. He didn't create it.
Okay, he was just like an influential person during the era.
He's just a known
Not
voice.
one
during that time.
thing. He didn't create anything of hip hop.
Okay.
It's like saying, okay.
I thought you
you're in
didn't
the
care,
kitchen,
Super. Why do you
you're
care so
cooking.
much about hip hop?
No,
Why
because I'm
do
a
Black
American.
Americans?
I created
Why do you guys
it.
do
My
that though?
culture
Why?
created
Hold
it.
on.
My culture created
Super.
it. Why wouldn't I care about it?
Why would you call them all FBAs though? They never regarded themselves as FBAs. They're FBAs
Okay, they
are
never
new
regarded
terminology. So
themselves as African
you
American. Why
cannot
would
They
blanket
did.
term a whole generation of
Doesn't matter.
people.
Doesn't matter.
Super.
Doesn't
It
matter.
does
Doesn't matter.
matter. I know it
Yeah,
doesn't
it
matter to
doesn't matter
you, but it
because
matters to
no,
us
it
because
doesn't
you're
matter to
being very
you. It doesn't matter to
disingenuous with
you
that claim.
because here's the thing: you're disingenuous in calling them African American because they did not regard themselves as African American because
Yes,
African
they did.
American
People embrace
no, they
that
didn't
term.
because it
Just
didn't
like they're
exist
embracing
until
FBA right now, right?
1986.
So it was embraced,
It didn't
and
even
they
exist until
and they have
1986.
an
What are you talking
affinity
about?
to Africa.
My
Just because you don't,
my
just because you
grandmother never
don't have an
regarded
affinity
herself
to
as
Africa
African
does not
American. What
mean
are you
that
talking
not
about?
everybody
No.
does.
You as an
You remember the
Eritrean
pics?
didn't
Remember the
you as an
dashikis?
Eritrean regard
Remember them
yourself as an African
afros?
American. You as an Eritrean regard yourself as an
What did
African American
what did
because
an
you can
Eritrean do to you, Super?
because no.
Eritrean,
I ain't
why don't you shut the fuck up, Super? You just keep yapping, nigga. Shut
ask you
up.
questions. You
Pseudo
ask me
babble, man.
questions.
Nah, I'm
Pseudo
gonna have to
babble.
just keep muting you now because now
Ask me questions.
I'm getting
Ask me.
annoyed. I will drop you, Super.
I don't care.
Relax.
What are you talking about?
So I know you don't care. I mean, you
You
gotta
don't care
wear a
about a
shirt
lot.
that says
Don't
"I don't
ask me a
care."
question. Don't allow me to answer. What are you talking
Nah.
about?
All
You
right.
know you
What
babble.
does an
That's what it
Eritrean
is.
do to you? What did an Eritrean do to you?
No Eritrean has ever done anything to
Why do
me.
you keep using Eritreans then?
No,
Why do you
because
use
you
them as
said
an
you're
example of
Eritrean.
what happened to
Did
you
not
in high school or in
I
your
did not
town? Why do
I
you
did
keep
not
saying that?
I did not keep using Eritrean.
Yes, you did. I heard you say
No.
Eritreans
Yeah.
a bunch of times.
Yeah, because I grew up around them.
Okay, so
I
what did
know
they
their
do to
culture.
you to make you feel that way about Africans?
Took his first
It
girl.
wasn't more than anything. I grew up more around Nigerians than Eritreans. I
Why
knew
don't you say
Eritreans. I knew
Nigerians though? Why do you
Ethiopians.
keep repeating? Why do you
I knew
keep saying?
Somalians. I knew
Okay, what did
all
they
of
do
them.
to you
But
though? Super.
okay.
What?
Hey, when I brought up Eritrean again is because you said you were Eritrean. That's the only reason why I brought it up again.
No, you brought it up before I said I was Eritrean.
Yeah, I brought it up because Eritrean was part of the group of people that I grew up around.
Okay, but you specifically pointed them out. What did they do to you?
No. You in your head specifically highlighted Eritrean. I brought up a bunch of different groups.
No,
I brought up
man. You
Eritrean. I
use
brought up
them. You
Filipino.
use them
I brought up
first, bro. And remember,
Nigerian.
you said whatever language they speak, and I corrected you. I
Yeah.
told you what. Yeah.
And I said
It
honestly,
had to be a girl that broke up
that
with you or
language was
something. It
Eritrean.
had to be.
I ain't gonna lie. Wait. Okay, so now vibes. What other groups did I bring up?
You said Africans, but you specifically used Eritrean like so many times, bro.
bro. Be
Come on,
honest.
Super.
Be
Be
honest,
real.
brother.
Come on. I got this
Be
whole thing
honest.
recorded.
What
No, I got this
other
whole thing
groups?
recorded. I got a good
Yeah,
memory.
you should.
I be
Okay,
trying to tell them. I be trying
as
to
you
tell
should,
them.
as you should. But
Anyways,
let's
what
in
did
the real
a
world,
Latino? What did a Latino do to you, or what did a
in the real
Nigerian
world,
do to you?
okay, you know what?
I just want to know where this
Here's
is
what they
coming
all
from.
did to me.
Where you harp
Here's
on
what they
this
all did to me.
anger,
In the
because no
through
white tea people did anything to
in
you.
the in, no
Obviously,
no. It's not that. It's not that. It's that
nah.
in
You've never
the through
talked about the
line.
white tea man, though.
I
I've never heard you
I
say
did.
nothing about
I would
deporting them
rather
Europeans.
have
I never heard
one
you talk about
white
what
tea
they did to
supremacist.
you, what kind of racism you
I
went
don't want
through.
I don't want a white tea supremacist. I don't want a Asian white tea supremacist. I don't want an Eritrean white tea supremacist. I don't want a Nigerian white tea supremacist. I don't want a Somalian white tea supremacist. I don't want a South
You want an
African white
FBA
supremacist.
white supremacist. That's what you want.
I don't want an Indian white tea supremacist. I don't want
He wants a FWA.
Japanese white tea supremacist. I just want one. I'm cool with just one. Okay, if it's gonna be anybody,
I'm not cool with
just
none.
one.
I'm not cool with none. I can't, bro. I'm sorry, Super. I've had enough, dude. I've had
Yeah,
enough.
he won't shut up about that.
We gave you too much space on this panel, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, Super. Who put him back up?
Wait. Give me 1 second.
Super, you gotta shut up, though. You can't be talking the whole time, bro. We gave you too much
No,
time.
you ask me questions, then you don't allow me to answer.
I know, but then you said something stupid, and I had to drop you.
No.
You said you down for one white premise.
Okay. What do you think I mean by that?
Say they don't want any white
Trump.
teeth, but you're
Trump.
still going to tolerate
Wait.
one. You're still going to
Vibes.
tolerate one.
What do you mean? What do you think I mean by that?
Nasty.
Trump.
Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Vibes.
Super. I'm over the conversation. Let's talk about something else. If you want to stay on here, let's just talk about something else. Because
Okay.
I'm getting mad.
I think Peace want to speak.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what is the current topic? Because I had left and I came back.
Peace. We're just making it up now. You talk about whatever you want to talk about, girl. I got
give
your
her
back.
give her the picture.
Whatever's on your mind. Whatever's on your mind. But I'll put what's on there right now. So it's a FBA, it's a African American, and it's a foundational Mexican American, I'm guessing.
Black American.
And then it's a Native American. What do you think
Honestly,
about the song?
I don't really understand this whole, little attention, with FBA, African Caribbeans, whatever. Because at the end of the day, I just see us all as black, So I don't really understand this whole issue.
Smart. That's how you stay out of all this wickedness,
Yes. Your vibes.
Oh, I wanted to show this picture to Tyrone because this kind of looked like. It reminded me of him.
Like you, Tyrone.
What do you think about the new mayor, though? The new mayor that was elected.
I don't trust him.
Everybody has their panties in a bunch over it, especially FBAs. You don't trust them, Black? Well, I don't trust any mayor either. Believe me, I don't trust anybody.
I believe that all of them have some corruption to themselves. But I mean, I don't really understand what's the problem with him being the whole little mayor whatsoever. He seems like a nice dude.
That's what they all seem like, and then they turn around and do some bullshit.
Shoot, even all the presidents seem nice before they get into the office. So the only president I ever trusted was JFK, and I wasn't even around that time. He just seemed like a cool dude.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what the New Yorkers voted for. So if he is a corrupted person, they're going to have to deal with that.
He's not going to show his corruption until later, though.
Yeah, true. That's what they always do.
Right now, he's going to look like a cool dude, smiling and shaking hands. and then later on they're gonna hate him.
Yeah, I
Shaking
know.
hands and kissing babies.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were mad at him because he made a comment. I don't know if he was he was someone making a comment saying that basically immigrants going to stay here and immigrants built this country, and a lot of people are upset about that.
I saw that. I saw that. Yeah. He was like, you might be from Africa, you might be from here, you're right here, but you're, what do you say, Rhode Island or somewhere. I forgot what state he was in, but he's
Could
like,
have been Long Island.
yeah. And then, so yeah, that was the big contention. Some guy that was from New York, he was just happy to see a different face, not another white team man that was going to be in that office. And I can understand the people that live there that vote locally and stuff. I can't see people being excited for him if they live outside of New York. It's like, what's it to you? What is he going to change in your city? So then I heard that, and then Tether came on, and he made some good points about what you guys are saying. Like, it's kind of like what Malcolm X said. Like, you got the Republicans or the conservatives that are racist right in front of your face, so you can identify them and kind of stay away from them. But the Democrat liberal will he's like a fox, right? He'll smile in your face and stab you in the back. So he's just like, why do you guys keep picking people and think that things are going to change? They're never going to change. So that was his position. And
Yeah,
then
so the
holistic,
issue is
go ahead,
that
Jay.
Mamdani is a left-wing populist. The reason a lot of people voted for him, including myself, is because when they had
Oh,
the
that's right.
mayor debates, they asked all of the candidates, Cuomo, the current mayor Eric Adams, the other people who are running, what would you first do when you go into office? And all of them except Mamdani said, "Oh, we would take a trip to Israel." And he's the only one who was like, "Well, as a mayor of New York, I would work on New York issues."
Oh, that
So
was a
that
pretty good
was the reason
response.
why a lot of people ended up voting for him, because they felt like he was the only one who wasn't basically getting paid by who to whatever, right? Now, the thing is that just because he's a left-wing populist, Trump is a right-wing populist. Of course, they're all corrupt, so we're going to see what happens. But that was the real reason, because the other alternative was Cuomo, who was the former governor, who was trash, and he actually got booted from the governor. He had to resign because of his corruption or whatever.
Wait, Jay, I got a question.
Didn't they catch him
I've
smoking
always
that stuff, Jay?
No, it was something about it was some type of scandals where he was sexual harassment or something like that. So
Oh
that's what it was.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Go
that's the
ahead,
reason.
Super.
But a lot of people are commenting on this and not even from New York. So it's like, I don't know why this is people
Right.
care. They're not from here. So
Exactly. I'm happy you said
Yeah,
something because I totally forgot you were there. But
yeah.
yeah.
I have a question. Like, I know I've seen a lot of videos on this app that was more upset because he's Muslim, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't understand. Why
some
would that be an
people,
issue?
yeah. As a matter of fact, one of my roommates, my old roommate, I don't have a roommate anymore, but his mother, I was talking to her, and she was like, she almost didn't vote for him, and she had to really think about it because he was Muslim. And she's
Oh my
like an
God.
old school Black American woman from Florida. But a lot of them are like that. They don't trust foreign people, especially foreign people who are not Christian. So she said it took a lot for her. She finally did vote for him, but she was kind of hesitant at first because a lot of older people, they would vote for somebody they know. So they would vote for Adams or Cuomo, somebody who is well known, who's been in politics for years, over this guy. This guy's only 33 years old. He's 34 now. And he's from Uganda. He only immigrated here and became a citizen, I think, in 2010 or something like that.
he's
Mm.
African
So,
American.
So yeah, he's not well he actually did in his college application, he actually did check African American. They were talking about that. That was part of the controversy around him.
What do you agree that he's African American?
I mean, if they allow him to do it, so I guess he is, right? What is it even?
No.
It's a government term. It's a government
Right.
term. So
Okay,
what,
fair enough.
you feel me? Like, I mean, he was born and raised in Uganda, so what else would he be?
Right.
I don't know. What he
Well,
would
you
be?
know what?
be
I
he
got
would be
like
okay.
an
Real quick,
actual question
real
for
quick. I
you.
know
The
a
left,
Chinese dude born in Puerto Rico. Does that make him Puerto Rican?
they actually do consider themselves Rican.
I mean, not
It's
that
a
dude.
no
Not that
black.
dude I
Black.
know.
It's funny you say that because, as a matter of fact, in New York, there were Puerto Rican, Chinese, Dominican Chinese restaurants that's been here for years, and they serve it's a mixture of Chinese and Spanish food. So
But
no, they consider themselves.
I'm not talking about like that. I'm talking about you have two Asian parents. You were born in Puerto Rico. Does that make you Puerto Rican?
It depends. I guess if they can legally, they would be because it's part of the United States.
Yeah.
But do you
I
mean
mean,
like culturally?
Oh my
I mean
God.
I mean,
But
hey, bro, Black. Just to say,
Because
just
yeah.
to go a little bit against your argument, just a little bit, bro. Just go a little bit against your argument. That girl that played on Us, that black girl, bro, she's actually from Mexico and calls herself Mexican though, but she is African.
Well,
exactly.
Lupita was born in Mexico. So is
Yeah,
she Mexican or is she, Kenyan?
She's African or Kenyan, whatever she
Well, that's
is.
what you say. That, but who are you? You're not the government. Who are you to
But
determine what
that's
somebody
we're
is?
talking about reality. We're not
No, we're
talking about
talking
the
about
government.
No,
We're not
bro.
talking about the government.
Bro, no, no,
We're
no, no,
talking about
no.
reality.
We just talked about this earlier. There's the legal meaning and there's the street meaning. Now, on the street, of course, she's gonna be whatever, right? But
Not in the
on
street, in
paper, she.
reality.
What do you mean? What's reality? Reality of what?
DNA.
What does that mean? DNA what, bro? That's what. What are you talking about?
Where does her DNA come from?
What do you mean? Where does that DNA come from? You mean her ancestors? Her
DNA.
ancestors are from what is now known as Kenya, obviously.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
So right, but that's what you
That's what
care
I'm
about because
talking about.
so you've decided that all identity is based on DNA. That's your definition. That's not how everybody else defines it. That's all I'm saying. You can say
If
that all you want until you blow in the face. That's always going to be
there
your definition.
was if there was a let me see. If there was a Indian man that was born in Mexico,
Uh huh.
he's not Mexican, man.
Yeah, bro. Again, that's your definition. Good for you. That's cool. If that's how you
Yeah.
want to define the world, that's fine. It's
I
fine.
mean, that's the
It
truth.
doesn't matter. You're not
That's
in
the
government.
truth.
When you become the governor,
That's the
and
truth,
you can
man.
make that into law.
That's the truth, bro.
Okay, you can
I
keep
don't
saying
give a
that,
damn.
bro.
I
When
don't
you
give a
become the
damn
governor,
about
you
a
can
law.
make
Listen,
that the
Black.
law.
It's
I
just
don't
it's
give a
really
damn about a
simple.
law. I don't give a damn
It's
about a
really
law.
simple. Lupita considers herself
Yeah,
Mexican because she was born there. She speaks this
because he
language.
wanted
Her
to be
her
his way, but
Kenyan
that's
her
not how it
Kenyan
works. So
It's
parents
it
not.
doesn't
want her
No,
to
really
no.
be.
It's
matter.
called reality.
Yeah, okay, bro.
Your
Reality.
reality
You're
is
right,
different
bro.
than other people's reality, Black. That's a
Bro, the
fact.
reality is the reality. Just because
Yeah,
you
Your
okay,
claim,
bro.
reality is
Okay, bro.
DNA.
Whatever.
Other people's reality is
if you claim to be a
genealogy.
Jay,
dog,
Other people's reality is
if
their
Jay claimed to be a
delusional
pit bull
reality.
tomorrow, if Jay
Jay,
claimed to
I
be
got a
a pit
question.
bull
I got a
tomorrow,
question.
He wanted
that
because
doesn't make
All
him
right,
a pit bull.
let's
he
hear
want
Super.
his
Super has
definition,
it.
and
We're
you
not
want
going to get to the
everybody else's
bottom of
definition.
this. It sounds
I
like
mean,
because
it's
you're just
just
gonna.
Okay,
We're gonna
I got a
use so
question.
many
I got a
different.
question.
Oh well, what about the Indian in China and what
Yeah,
about
he'll keep
this?
going on and on and
We'll
on. I'm
just keep.
like, bro,
We're
you
just gonna go in
win. If
circles
that's
on
the
that.
definition, use it.
I
I
got a
don't
good
care.
one that's different from
Super,
his.
go
It doesn't
ahead.
matter, bro. Like,
Jay,
you.
what
You think you
part?
sound right by saying that shit?
bro,
What be wrong with these
Oh
niggas?
my God, Black,
bro,
let
it's
it
not
go.
about being right, bro. I'm not
These
in
niggas be
competition
thinking
with you,
they
bro.
right
I don't care.
because the government told them they're right. The
This
fuck?
nigga having competition with you. Wildin', bro.
Okay,
You
so
think
Jay,
you,
Jay,
Go
Jay,
ahead,
you
Jay,
think
Jay.
Super.
this is a
No,
competition, brother?
one
I'm
question, Jay,
literally
one
here
question.
supporting my boy
Bro,
Vibes.
you just said
This is not
right,
a
bro. We're
competition.
not talking about being
This is
right. What are
not
you
a
talking about?
competition. This is not a
So what you
competition.
mean right then? What are you talking about? I
You
don't
think that you're
care.
right.
Bro, I don't care. You
You
can
And
do
think
you
that
whatever you
do
you're
want.
right,
too,
Go
Black.
ahead. You
but I
wildin',
know I'm
bro.
So
right.
Like,
That's the
yo,
difference.
chill.
Okay. I
Talking
got
about
one
being right.
question. I
All
got
right,
one
let's
question. I
go.
got one
You feel what I'm
question,
saying?
Jay.
There's a
Jay,
difference
well,
between
not
knowing
one.
and believing.
I just
You
got
know
a
what I'm saying?
series
Okay,
of
bro.
questions. I got a
All right,
series of
Black.
questions.
Go
Relax,
ahead.
relax.
There's a difference, man.
Yeah, there's a difference. That's
Jay,
right.
you from New York, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so part of the reason I would imagine, or the reason why you will vote for Mamdani, is because you have this idea in your head that taxing billionaires is the logical, reasonable standpoint to have. Where, like, if you're making billions and billions of dollars, you should pay, like, you and yourself probably paying like 30% of like whatever money you're making to the government or whatever. So they should reasonably pay 30% of that $1 billion to the economic structure of North America, right? Or just the city of New York. Is that fair?
Bro, I didn't even go that deep with it, but I hear you.
No?
I didn't
What
go that deep
does
with
that
it,
make
bro.
sense?
But I hear
Fair
what you're
enough, fair
saying.
enough.
I didn't go that deep with it. So, but
Okay,
I
okay.
get what you're saying.
Okay. So, would you, okay, now, alternate question then. Do you think that a good portion of New Yorkers voted for him because he had that stance that billionaires should be paying their fair share, which is like reasonably 30% of their like income, to the contribution of New York in itself, or at least to North America?
Nah, the majority of New Yorkers voted for him because we have a housing issue here. Because
Mm,
along with this election, there was 3 measures on the ballot, and they were all
mhm.
related to affordable housing.
Right.
So because he's a populist and he's talking about, oh, the rich or whatever, he's against the rich. in their minds, they're linking that up to, oh, okay, so he's gonna try to work to make housing more affordable. That's really what it is in here. It ain't really about all that other stuff you're talking about. Even though
Wait.
he did
Okay.
talk about that, but that's not really what it's about. It's about this housing thing. So
Okay, so, right, fair enough. But like, how do you get the housing more affordable? What was his stance? Like, how do you do that?
well, that's the whole point. I think they in the measures they was talking about how I guess the city council is the one that's pretty much like blocking it, where it's all this paperwork you got to go through to get approved to rezone areas or whatever, and they're basically gonna cut that red tape so housing can be built faster. I mean, I don't really agree with all that. I don't
Mm.
think that's the answer, but that's what they
Hmm.
were saying,
Right.
and people,
Okay.
of course, believe that. So
Realistically, the people who would be in ownership and then also would need these level of regulations, if I were to say that these people would be billionaires or CEOs who would be billionaires of these corporations like Zillow or something like that, would that be fair? And then also them paying into that economic structure of New York would contribute to the housing like difference or economic difference between people who are like regular everyday Americans versus them, that would level the playing field. Reasonably, would that be a fair assumption? Is that like, okay, would that reasonably make sense for what his political structure is? Like, billionaires who own all these places should not charge as much because they already make a certain amount of money. And then also, um, we don't need the price of these places to increase. Is that what his stance was, and what more than likely contributed to him being voted as the mayor of New York City?
So I think it's both to a certain extent, but it's more so the rent stabilization,
Yeah.
which is what you're talking about, and then there's also also building more housing, because even with rent stabilization, because we already have that here anyway, we have rent control and rent stabilization,
Mhm.
but there's still not enough housing. The price is still going up.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now. Okay. How do you charge people if you're a billionaire? Think about this. If you're a billionaire and you don't, okay, your corporation makes money, right? That's how billionaires operate. You operate, that's Warren Buffett sort of thing. You operate off of debt. You owe money to a bank because the bank lended you money based off of stocks or a level of like financial leverage that you have or whatever. So you're borrowing millions and millions of dollars from a different bank, and that level of borrowing, like you can't tax that just because like you have this level of money. You can't tax it. That's not how you tax billionaires. So how does that work in New York when most people who are financially and economically educated are operating? How does that work? You can't even tax them like that. They operate
Well, right.
literally off of debt. So the government can't tax them. So how is this mayor gonna tax them?
Well, he's not. That's the whole point. That's why people fall for stuff.
No, 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 wait. And here's what I would ultimately want to get this last thing, okay? Now, here's why I voted for Trump. I voted for Trump because this what makes the most sense to me. The way that you tax billionaires, the easiest and most logical way that you tax billionaires is off of tariffs. That's how you tax them because they can create a company, they can borrow debt, they can operate within the American system a different type of way that we operate, but they cannot generate a product outside of the company, well, not outside of the U.S. government or outside of our tax system in a different country and then sell it to us without being taxed. That is how you tax actual billionaires. That is when it comes to like the liberal mindset of we need to tax billionaires, you need to make sure that they pay their fair share. When it comes to Trump, That is actually how you tax billionaires. Make sure that whatever they bring in here, because we have the highest economy. uh, One of our dollars is worth like $15 in like Japan, or $22 in Jamaica, or whatever. So we have the highest economy. So most likely they want to sell whatever their product is and import it, whatever their product is, to America, because we have the highest economic like exchange rate of the entire globe. So the way that you tax them is to make sure tariffs are introduced if they're going. It's like, because that is their contribution. Or like, okay, you as an American citizen, your contribution to America is your wage and your labor, and then that wage and labor is taxed on a certain percentage, right? As a billionaire, your labor and wage is taxed, and is an entirely different thing, because you yourself, as a CEO of a corporation, or the creator of a corporation, is entirely different. It's a different way that you tax those type of people. The way that you do that is the way that they sell that product to an economy. That economy is America. Is America. Mm, We're the biggest economy, right? So to me, the liberal idea of making sure that billionaires pay their fair share to the American economy is not only introducing a higher tariff to those people who are billionaires, but also making sure that not only that, if you can't even afford that, you got to manufacture whatever it is, whatever the thing is. If you're Hyundai or Honda, whatever, you got to manufacture whatever that thing is in America. So that means you're contributing to the American economy. That Hey, to me, that is the exact way how you make sure billionaires pay their fair share to the American economy. You don't do it by taxing them on like what their debt is, because that's how they avoid it. They're just going to avoid it by going, okay, I'm not going to have any money. I'll just borrow the money. You can't tax me on money that I borrowed. You get what I'm saying? Okay. All right, I'm done.
Okay, so yeah, so first of all, that's not how tariffs work. The purpose of tariffs are to protect the businesses that are already in the country and to promote manufacturing within the country. What Trump was trying to do was he was trying to equalize it, because there was a trade imbalance between, for example, us and China. So the whole point of that, but what the negative effects of that is, you end up devaluing. In order to do that, you have to value our own currency, because you have to then lower the value of the currency to promote the businesses to come in and manufacture here. Because remember, the higher the value of the currency is, the higher the cost is to borrow. And since we run on a debt economy, any businesses that are coming here, they need to be able to borrow to build these factories, hire these workers, pay all these taxes or whatever. And then, so the lower it is, the easier it is for them to do that. So there's positives and negatives to it. But as far as the thing is taxing billionaires, it has nothing to do with that. Because first of all, billionaires can go everywhere. They don't have an allegiance to any country, so they can go anywhere. It's more about promoting business promoting production in the United States, because ever since the neocons took over and the neoliberals under Reagan, that's been the policy since Reagan of Democrats and Republicans, with this whole NAFTA thing, which is and so-called free trade, which you said this is actually a liberal policy, is to move everything overseas, and we become a service sector economy. You get what I'm saying? So it's but that was the policy up until now with Trump. But that's because Trump's policy is more populist, but it ends up also being more mercantilist. Right now, we currently, because of the U.S. Treasury bond rates, we have our dollar, or the value of our dollar is actually high. But if what Trump wants to happen to work, we would have to devalue the currency altogether, which means, what that means? That's called inflation. Inflation rises. Now the cost of goods go up. So you have to choose your poison. There's no one right answer to do anything.
Let's work backwards. why, if the exact same level of product is being introduced to our economy, why would inflation be introduced?
Inflation would be reintroduced because again, and you have to devalue the currency. When you devalue, that's the
Mhm.
definition of
Wait,
inflation.
wait, 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 wait. Why? There's has to be a reason why we're devaluing our currency. If the exact
Be-
same level,
because you
it's
can't.
just that
Okay.
the producer is, it has to be charged a higher level for selling the product, right? Okay, let's think about this, right? You used to be able to sell a $10 product for $100, right? Now you're able to sell a $10 product in America for $15. You're still making 50%, well, not 50%, like was it like 30% of the value of that product to American society. It's still a 30% uh um what is it like what is it called? Oh my God. Dang. Like it's still a 30% um profit. It's still 30% profit, right? But it used to be of like 1,500% profit, right? That is the issue. It used to be that. That is how you tax billionaires. That profit is no longer 1,500%.
The billionaire owning a company overseas can charge whatever I want, right?
Yeah.
Which means that if the tariff, like let's say my company is based in China and I'm selling and I have stores in the United States, Trump slaps a tariff. Let's say he slaps a 20% tariff, on
Uh-huh.
all Chinese imports. Okay, I'll just raise my prices to account for the difference. That's called
Mm.
inflation. Do you get
Now,
it? That's why
now
the currency gets
who
devalued.
now, Jay, who are you gonna sell it to?
You go sell to the American consumer who's been selling.
Which person? Okay. You sell it to the American consumer. There's an American producer that already exists in America that let's say your t-shirt, or let's say if it was a t-shirt, right? Your t-shirt used to cost $20. Now it costs $40. But there's an American producer, now it costs $15. I'd rather pay the $15 versus the $20. Why why would I pay just because this product existed at a certain point in time for $20 that I'll pay the exact same level of quality um for a difference of $5 just because it came
But
from China.
that's exactly the point you're missing. The
Okay.
only reason that
Okay.
the corporation went overseas to begin with is because their overhead costs are lower because they can pay people their pennies on the
Exactly.
dollar. But in the United States, you
Exactly.
can't do that. So see, in your theory, you're coming up with this theory that somehow, okay, when he raised the tariffs, that's going to make the cost of the Chinese import more expensive than the American.
Right.
But I'm telling you that's not true because the
Okay.
issue is the overhead cost
Why?
in
Wait,
America is
wait.
higher. That's the issue.
Wait. Why isn't it higher? You just
Yo, she
said
yawning, bro. That's
that, yeah,
crazy.
wait. No.
Go ahead.
You said it should be higher because they have to introduce a different level of price based off of the cost of goods, the cost of manufacturing, whatever. All these things. Why
Yo, Super,
isn't
I
it?
hate to cut you off, but we got to move on, bro. People,
Why not?
the
We
audience
can't.
is getting
Okay.
bored, bro. I mean, I can talk to you on a
Fair
different
enough.
time about this, bro. They don't want to
Fair
talk
enough.
about
I get
economics, bro.
it.
They bored. We
I
got to move on
get
to
it.
something.
I get it. But I want to finish this thought because
Oh, you can land.
I
You can
don't get
land.
it. I
I'm gonna
don't
let you
get
land.
the reason. I don't get. Okay. You in a city, right? You see a gas station that costs $5 for gas. You see a gas station right across the street that costs $4.10. Why wouldn't you go to the store that costs, or the gas station that costs $4.10? Why wouldn't you do it?
You landed, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what we're gonna pretend that was a rhetorical question. All right, good.
Okay. No, it's not. It's an actual one-to-one comparison of what I'm talking about. You're selling your goods and your services, whatever it is, to the American economy. There is no better economy than the American economy. And that's the reason why all of these nations that would consider themselves first world nations are as rich as they are. That is the actual reason, because of us. Our $1 in Jamaica, $22. In Japan, $15. $1. And in Mexico, $10. Why is that? It's because our American economy is entirely different, and our value and our contribution to the American economy is entirely different from them.
And then
And that's the reason why our products
and
cost more here.
that's why
That's the reason why people want to
products cost
sell their
more.
things here.
Our products cost more because the overhead cost is higher, which is why the corporations go to Jamaica and those places because, like you said, it is 15. But we're gonna move on
Okay,
from that.
okay.
That's
So
we're gonna move on from that now, Super.
can you sell that
Super, we
same
gotta
level?
move on, bro.
Can you
I know. I hear
sell?
you.
Can you sell
You
your
landed.
gas?
We gotta move
Can
on,
you
bro.
okay, no,
We're
no,
gonna move
no.
on.
Can
Yeah,
you
Move
sell
on
your
from
I'm gonna
economics,
gas?
step
bro.
in. I'm gonna
One
fall
last
asleep,
question.
guys.
Last
I'm
question.
Vibes
definitely
is
gonna
falling
fall asleep.
asleep. He's falling
Can you
Jay,
asleep.
I
sell?
appreciate you. I appreciate you, Jay. Thank you for tolerating, being patient, because you better than me, man. You better than me.
Well, because I
Okay,
know
so
I'm interested in economics too, because I
wait.
know it's
Last
boring.
question.
Yeah, I
So
know.
I don't. I get it.
Can you
Yeah.
sell your
You
can
can
you sell
entertain it. No
can
doubt.
Yeah.
you sell your
If I wasn't
Iranian
a
gas
sleepy,
for
I
the
would
same
be
level
interested
that you
too.
can sell in
Well,
Chicago?
But I know about NAFTA, and I can go
Can you sell
into
a
how
gas? Can you sell
NAFTA
a gas here?
yeah.
destroyed
But wait, in Iran,
Mexico
can you sell it? In
Right. Yeah,
Japan,
you
can
know
and
you
all
about
sell
that,
that.
it?
right?
Yeah,
In
Yeah.
Armenia,
So again,
can you
Super, you're
sell it?
asking why the economy in
Can you
America
sell?
is
No, I'm
why is it
asking
so
how do you tax
why do
billionaires?
because
How do you tax billionaires? That's my point.
we don't tax them. We don't. That's not our
Exactly.
job.
But is there a way to do it?
You
Is there a
have a
way to
good
do it?
night, Super. Thank you, Ron.